Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream tonight here as we got game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals coming up in a little bit from now. The Minnesota Timberwolves making their second ever conference finals in franchise history since the start of their franchise back in 1989. Lone appearance came back in 2004. Minnesota hosting Dallas in games 1 and 2, the conference finals, as we begin tonight with game number 1 taking place at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, everybody. And what a wild game that was yesterday to kick off the conference finals and the Eastern Conference Finals, but now night number 1 in the Western Conference Finals. And Minnesota coming off a 20-point comeback victory against Denver, the defending champs, in game number 7 on a Sunday night to get them there to the conference finals. Minnesota's 8-3 in the playoffs so far. They swept Phoenix in the first round in 4. They won against Denver in 7. Dallas is 8-4 in the playoffs. They won in 6 in both of their series matchups against the Clippers and the Thunder, which they knocked out the 1 seed during the last round in the Western Conference semis. And both of these teams completely different in terms of how they've been able to play in these game 1 so far. Minnesota 2-0 record in game 1s so far for the T-Wolves, winning against Phoenix rather easily, 120-95. They beat the Nuggets 106-99 in game 1 in the second round. And then Dallas has lost both of their game 1 matchups. They lost against the Clippers on the road 109-87. They lost against the Thunder in game 1 of the second round 117-95. And these two teams met up against each other 4 times in the regular season. Minnesota went 3-1 against Dallas. The T-Wolves won 119-101 back on December 14th. That was a road victory at Dallas for Minnesota. Minnesota then won at home 118-110 on December 28th. And then Dallas won the third game of the matchup in the regular season on January 7th on Dallas's home floor, 115-108. But then Minnesota won the last matchup January 31st, 121-87. Well, this Dallas Mavericks squad is completely different from how they were when they faced Minnesota those 4 times back in December and January. And the defense has stepped up miles from where they were from the first part of the season for Dallas. But for this Minnesota squad, they got the top defense in all of the NBA this season. Looks like they have a deeper team coming into this series here for Minnesota. They got 6 players averaging double figures entering this series, led by Anthony Edwards. Going to be a special series here. Edwards taking on Luca in this matchup. Dallas, much better than where they were the first half of the season. Trade deadline acquisition of P.J. Washington from Charlotte making a big impact. And also Daniel Gafford, rim-protecting big man on the Washington Wizards, got traded at the trade deadline too. So they made 2 major impacts, plus a couple rising stars, that rising younger players that they got on their team. That's behind Luca and Kyrie as the top few players in the team. Derrick Jones Jr., he has come out of nowhere, coming off a career best in the playoffs so far. He's averaging 10.8 points per game in the playoffs. And this series, he's had a season best over an average of 8.5 points per game for Derrick Jones Jr. He was acquired in free agency in the offseason, and then also getting Derek Lively II as a rookie from Duke in the draft. And this Dallas team, they play above the rim for them. They got a couple big guys down low that love to go for alley-oop jams. Luca sends them the lob up top, But these two guys down low, they don't have much experience going against the double big lineup of Minnesota with Karl-Anthony Towns. He's been excellent recently for Cat. He had a double-double in the win over Denver in Game 7. He did not fold under pressure. He had a huge game. And also Rudy Gobert as well has got massive rebound totals so far in the playoffs. And they got absolute dogs in their team. Anthony Edwards, next face of the league. And then Jaden McDaniels, low-key, he's been solid. One of the top underrated two-way players in the entire league, representing Minnesota. And actually, Anthony Edwards credited a game ball out to Jaden McDaniels at the win after game number 7, saying Jaden McDaniels certainly deserves that game ball. So welcome in, everybody. Mario, welcome in on the stream. Jeffrey, thanks for joining in here. Yeah, pretty nice day outside today. Jay Ramirez, welcome in. That game indeed was a game for the ages. I cannot believe the Celtics pulled that out. That was wild yesterday. It had loss written all over it, and just a monumental collapse last night by Indiana. Looking back at the game, because it went by so fast, Rick Carlisle, when he sat down for his press conference interview after the end of the game for the post-game interview, he blamed the loss on himself, how he did not take a timeout. Indiana had a timeout remaining, and they had a inexperienced player, Andrew Nembhard, take out the inbound. He was the inbound passer instead of TJ McConnell. And then the Celtics cut off the first two options. That led to the third option that had to sprint all the way from midcourt with it was Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam had to sprint all the way from the midcourt logo to cut towards the baseline, and Jaylen Brown sprinted right after him, kept up step for step, and then Jaylen Brown deflected the ball, went off of Siakam. Siakam tried to save it, went out of bounds, and then the rest of the game was history. After that, Drew Holiday, inbound passer underneath. LeBron said it earlier today on Twitter. Worst case that you can do is allow a 3 when you're leading by 3 with under 10 seconds left to go. The saying, always foul up by 3. And Indiana did not commit a foul. And Holiday, inbound pass, wide open to Brown. Brown told Holiday that he was going to be wide open in the quarter. And bang, bang, times 8 on that call. That was insane. If you haven't seen my call yet for Jaylen Brown's game-tying 3, feel free to watch it out. That's the last video I posted on my channel when I got home from work earlier today. What's good, Jimmy on the channel? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Isaac on the channel. Angel M. Stone. If you guys are new in this stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. That was unbelievable what happened yesterday. Celtics going to have to get adjusted to that pace, because Indiana plays a unique style that no other team plays. It's just very, very difficult to beat Indiana when you play a pace like that. It's very similar, that style, that the stream that I had 25,000 subscribers, that I got 25,000 subs on, the 25,000 subs stream, which was in the NCAA tournament. It was Texas A&M against Houston, and Texas A&M played this just style of basketball that nobody else plays for them. Theirs was more like straight drive, physical type of basketball being played, but very unique style that Indiana has, just run and gun up the floor. They play just so fast. Yesterday they had, I think it was like 21 turnovers yesterday for the Pacers, and in the game they're just playing so fast that Halliburton, there was a couple of times where he just fumbled the game away, a couple of poor turnovers, and there was actually one before the inbounds. So this all led up, the turnover issues were the reason why the Celtics won yesterday, because of Indiana coughing the ball up left and right with those 20-plus turnovers. Tyrese Halliburton, 25 seconds left. He was pushing the ball up the floor, and then he lost it off of his knee, went off to Neesmith, who couldn't save it down the near side, and went out of bounds. And there was no reason why you needed to push it. You were up by 3 at that point. 25 seconds left. Just let the Celtics fall. A lot of mistakes, inexperience showed up in the final minute of the fourth quarter for Indiana. Cost them the game, because it looked like that the Celtics were going to lose yesterday. And I took off my Jason Tatum jersey yesterday. I thought Tatum was just going to crawl in his shell like Mr. Thompson. Luckily for Tatum, Jaylen Brown had to bail him out. And Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, those two guys, major reason why we went into overtime, and then Tatum finally just came out of his shell in the final 5 minutes and closed it out. This crazy game yesterday. Melody on the street, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Ryan, welcome back in here, brother. That sounds great there by Mario tonight. Getting some good dinner, looks like, for him with some smoked country pork, looks like, right now. Both of these teams coming off massive comebacks. It was a 17-point deficit for Dallas against the Thunder. They came back and won in game number 6, 117-116. Luca had a triple-double. He's coming off 3 straight triple-doubles in a row for Luca. He had 29, 10, and 10 against OKC in game 6 on Saturday. And Derrick Jones Jr. is coming up massive in the playoffs right now, playing the playoffs of his life. Luca and Kyrie are playing the best defense of their life right now in this playoffs. Minnesota, just what a comeback they had to beat Denver in Game 7. They could not get anything going on. They were trailing by 20 at one point in the first half. They made a furious comeback. Anthony Edwards went off in the third quarter, and Minnesota outscored Denver 60-37 in the second half. The lockdown defense showed up in half number 2 for Minnesota, and Karl-Anthony Towns making big shot after big shot. He had a game-winning slam dunk for him and shutting down the door. 23 points, 12 rebounds, massive in the moment. They had 6 players in double figures. It looked like it was 5-on-2 on the floor for the second half of that game. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, the only 2 guys who stepped up. Really disappointing game out of the other 3 scorers. In particular, Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon specifically. Those 2 guys really struggled for Denver, and Jokic was gassed. He played basically like almost the whole game for Jokic. Didn't even get taken out in the second half. He was gassed, and just the physical presence of Minnesota's defense just wore down the Nuggets in the last game. Minnesota was trailing big time on the glass in the first half. In the second half, they took the glass by storm. They were +3 in rebounds, 47-44 on Sunday. So here we go. We're going to get ready to tip off here in just a moment what should be a great series between the T-Wolves and the Mavs. By the way, it's my first ever stream covering the Mavs this playoffs. Whenever I had another game, I would always take the first game because I'm on East Coast time. So it would always like conflict with something, or it was during the weekend and would conflict with something else, like my girlfriend's graduation on Saturday. But finally able to cover a Mavs game this time around. I hadn't ever covered a top half of the bracket game for me, which was rare so far this playoffs in the Western Conference. But here I am, as we got Dallas, the 5 seed, taking on Minnesota, the 3 seed. Brack on the street, welcome in. Thanks for joining in here, bud. Yeah, I heard about that. So this is it for Inside the NBA on TNT. This is their final year, so they're gonna have NBC next year with a contract for NBA games for next year. So NBC got the TV rights next year for USA broadcast for the NBA. Edith, welcome on board. Wilfred on the stream, welcome in. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here, Minnesota or Dallas. I know a lot of people yesterday were unhappy. Some of the people how I called the Celtics game yesterday against the Pacers in game number 1, but it's coming from a Celtics fan perspective. I've been a Celtics fan my entire 28 years of life, but I told those people who were unhappy with my Celtics bias type of stream yesterday, that's how it's going to be since I'm a Celtics fan. But if you're unhappy during the Celtics games, feel free to watch me cover 2 other teams, and I'll be totally neutral on it. We're going to have a good one tonight here. Luca, Kyrie, Derrick Jones Jr., PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. That's the starting 5 for Dallas going up against the starting 5 for the T-Wolves. Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert. The starting 5 for Minnesota. Minnesota long awaiting 20 years for this point to be back in the conference finals. As we are underway, Dallas controls the opening tip. Left to right on the floor for the Mavs, as they have the first possession to begin the... Or it's for Minnesota white jerseys. Minnesota has it down low, and it's going to be Dallas who picks up a quick foul to begin. So it was T-Wolves' possession. Minnesota's donning the white uniforms. Is actually Dallas who's going with a dark blue for today's game. So Minnesota controlled the opening tip. The lob down low to Gobert. That was a mismatch, and he got held up by Kyrie. Kyrie picked up the reach and foul. So white jerseys for Minnesota, dark blue for Dallas in this game. Inbound from Edwards off to Conley, over to Towns. Out with the right corner goes to Edwards. Edwards bounce pass to Cat. Cat with 23 and 12 against Denver in a Game 7. Took the 3, missed off the front rim. The rebound gets controlled by Dallas. Dallas with their first possession of the night. They're going to look to slow down the tempo play to their ability here. Luca just slows down the game and just is able to see it at all levels. Luca at the top of the key, 8 on the shot clock. Dribbles up to the right wing. Luca at the elbow. Step back 3 in the air by Luca over McDaniels. Came off the rim short to rebound control by Edwards. Possession number 2 in the night here for Minnesota. Edwards shake and bake at the right wing. This is a battle between the number 4 and number 6 defenses in the NBA playoffs and fewest points allowed. Minnesota top defense and defensive efficiency throughout the regular season. Gobert down low. Blocked by Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Swatting that shot, number 21, Daniel Gafford, a trade deadline acquisition from Washington. Lars Saunders in the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it here for being a part of the channel. Yeah, of course, never going to change. Jumpers, no good, missed off. That was short by Cat. That was way too short at air ball. So we are scoreless in the first minute of action. Luca dribbles up. This could very well be a defensive series. I think it will be for sure. Luca on the board as he drills the 2 first. 14-footer for the Mavs goes down by Luca. Third possession of the game for Minnesota. They've struggled offensively, especially in the last game of the first half against Denver. Could not figure it out until half number 2, but Anthony Edwards, late riser in the second half, especially the third quarter, that even if you think that it's going to be a far deficit, they're able to flip the switch in a matter of moments. Cat takes it right to the rim, and he scores up and through with a right-hand layup. 2-2 right now. Jumper at the wing for Dallas, no good. Missed off the back rim by the Mavs with P.J. Washington. It goes back to Minnesota. Edwards dribbles up, drives to the elbow, rises for the jumper, takes it, and he makes it over Gafford. It's good for 2 by Anthony Edwards. Edwards on the board now for his first bucket of the night. Dallas with a possession. Game starting to speed up. Kyrie at the top of the key. Kyrie's taking on Edwards. Dribbles towards his right, guarded by Gobert. Kyrie sends it on top over to Luca. Luca 10 in the shot clock. Luca spin move. Drives past McDaniels inside the key. Luca follow away over McDaniels. No good. Deflected out to the perimeter. Offensive rebound controlled by Dallas. Open 3. Bricked off the back rim. Misfired by Derrick Jones Jr. Minnesota with the ball. Starp downhill, right to the rim. Mike Conley scores with a left-hand layup. 6-2 for Minnesota. That was a nasty drive right there by Mike Conley with a shake and bake down low. Jones kick out to the corner. Kyrie up fake. A right baseline dribble. Kyrie inside the paint. Follow away contested by Cat, but he rattles it in for 2. So Kyrie is on the board right now. Minnesota at the left corner. Cat gets double. Kick out to the right corner. McDaniels. Touch pass outside. Edwards had open space. Edwards drives. Jumper. 15-footer. Missed off the back rim. No good. A rebound secure by Luca. Luca up the floor finds Derrick Jones Jr. They had 18 turnovers in the last game. Minnesota had just 9 total in the victory over Denver. Kyrie with a floater. We're even at 6. Robert on the stream. Welcome in. Jason, thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, we're supposed to get some thunderstorms in my area for tomorrow. 6 even right now. What could very well be a defensive battle in this series. Jaden McDaniels lets it rain as he takes it, and he makes it from downtown with a triple. 9-6 for the T-Wolves. Approaching 8 minutes left to go in the first. Kyrie, jumper in the mid-range. Missed off the bar. Tipped up in the air. Tipped over to Gobert for the defensive rebound. Both of these teams strong in the glass this season. Minnesota, number 2 team in the playoffs in defensive rebounding. Dallas, top team in the playoffs in offensive rebounding. Quarter 3, a laser. It's sunk down from downtown by Jaden McDaniels once again. Back-to-back threes by McDaniels. 12-6 for the lead here for Minnesota. Luca up fake. Luca leaner goes in as it rattles in as he put up a leading floater right past McDaniels. 4-point lead. T-Wolves with possession. Minnesota making 2 straight threes in a row with McDaniels. Conley at the target center logo. Dribbles up, has space, takes the 3, skidded off the rim short, and tipped up by Gafford over to Luca for the defensive board here. Luca crosses midcourt. Luca takes on Cat one-on-one, swings it outside. A PJ Washington, a wide open three, and he bricked it off the back rim. PJ shooting 41% from the perimeter in his playoffs, but that was a really good look as his primary defender on the position. McDaniels fell down, but he couldn't make it. Edwards bounce pass, low block, deflected, looking for Cat out of bounds. Last touched off of Kyrie. This will stop the clock here. 6:54 left to go in the first. Yep. Yeah, a lot of Celtics fans out there want Celtics Dallas for the whole Kyrie narrative, so Boston can sweep Dallas in 4. But I think it's going to be Minnesota. Would T-Wolves have just much more balance, in my opinion. We'll see how this one goes. Right now, Minnesota has a 4-point lead at the moment. Jaden McDaniels getting a shout-out from his teammate Anthony Edwards for the game ball after Game 7. Just low-key a terrific player for Minnesota. McDaniels with 2 straight threes in a row, leading the way with 6. Perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Edwards got 2, Conley's got 2, Cat's got 2 so far. I think what it comes down with in this series is that the front court for Dallas, if they can keep up, that's where I'm questioning Dallas here, because they got Gafford and Lively. They're not too experienced in the front court compared to Towns and Gobert, and then Naz Reid is that's a massive difference I see right there in the front court. Dallas loves to play above the rim, like they're gonna go for as many slam dunks and alley-oop lobs as possible. Minnesota has got size though down low, and they're gonna take note of that and deny it as much as possible if they try to go for any sort of alley-oop lobs. And those usually form out in transition after generating turnovers or getting long rebounds. They haven't been able to operate that so far to begin this game. Siegel, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in here, brother. Charliza, welcome back in. Twin City Bulldog Club, glad to have you back in here. Yeah, good start for the T-Wolves right now. Two different styles with each other on the glass, because Minnesota is just so good at defensive rebounding for them. Dallas drives heavily on offensive rebounding, and when you drive heavily on offensive rebounding, usually that defensive rebounding team is able to take you out of that facet in that game, and you're going to have to figure it out someplace else. So right now the rebound numbers are 5 apiece to begin today. We'll see if any of that happens throughout the course of this game. 1-0 by Dallas in the offensive glass, 5-4 in defensive rebounds for Minnesota to begin right now. Hey, what's good? Welcome in from the Philippines. We got JoJo on the channel. So we come back from the timeout right now. Yeah, fingers crossed on this one. I've been having some issues with my laptop fan recently. It hasn't started up just yet. I'm trying to figure it out if it happens like every 30 minutes or so once I turn on the computer, because I turned it on a little bit later. First half was fine yesterday. It was at halftime where it started to cause some issues. We come back to action. Edwards at the right wing perimeters. Minnesota has possession. Dribbles up, swings it outside to McDaniels. Launches an open 3. He connects on it. That's his third made 3 for number 3. 9 points out of the 15. Jaden McDaniels single-handedly scored more points than the Mavs in the scoreboard right now. Perfect 3 for 3 from the perimeter. Luca at the top of the key. Derek Lively, the second, first time on the floor, lobs it off to Lively. Gobert there, able to see the lob as Lively had to move the pass to the perimeter. Shot clock's down to 2. Kyrie, tough jumper, baseline, came off the rim short, and Cat collects the defensive rebound. Up the floor off to Conley. Conley swings it across the court to Edwards. Edwards up fake, blues past Washington. Kick out to the left corner. McDaniels, baseline dribble, Swires, a fastball down low, off to Gobert, gets fouled. And Rudy Gobert will shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's good ball movement. And Minnesota moving the ball at a high clip right there. I thought that Gobert was going to finish that. That was an excellent pass down low by McDaniels. McDaniels has come ready to play today. Adam on the stream, welcome back in here, bud. First one by Gobert, it goes in. 16-8. And Dallas has had their struggles in game ones. They came up empty in both of their game ones, losing against the Clippers and the Thunder in game one. Minnesota perfect in game ones, winning against Phoenix and then winning against Denver in game one. I like the T-Wolves tonight. Second shot missed off the rim short by Gobert. Rebound controlled by Dallas by Josh Green. Kyrie on the floor with Derek Lively the second, Josh Green, PJ Washington, and Luca. Kyrie dribbles inside the key, floats up the runner, swoosh. 6-point. It's 16-9 right now. Should be 16-10. Yes, should be 16-10 unless they docked them with a 3. TNT's got the scoreboard for 16-9. I swear I had 16-8 and saw the scoreboard was 16-8 previous than that. As the outlet pass got deflected out of bounds, last touched off of Minnesota, the referees are going to say. I'm going to keep it at 16-10 right now. I'm looking at ESPN and their score. They got 16-10 as well right now. So I'm going to keep it currently for the moment. Yeah, it was definitely 16-8, and then Dallas floated up the Kyrie runner, and they only counted it as a point. What the? 16-11. There we go, 16-10. So I was correct. Quarter 3. We call it a quarter 2. Foot was on the 3-point line by Kyrie, hitting the baseline jumper. 16-12 now. 5:25 left to go in the first. At the wing, McDaniel slides it across the floor off the cat off fake. Baseline dribble, floats it up over the top for Gobert. Got denied from behind. Not a clean block, though, as this will be a blocking foul charged to Jaden Hardy. So Rudy Gobert will shoot 2 coming back up at the free throw line. There's the first time that they try to go for the lob at the rim from Minnesota. Almost worked. Hardy picked up the foul from behind. Ice Ice Baby, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Pringle, Chloe on the stream. Welcome aboard tonight, everybody. First one around and in. Drops in for Gobert. If you're new on the stream or just getting started tonight, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams in the channel. Kyrie averaging 15 points per game in the second half of the playoff games. He's only averaging around 6 points per game in the first half of these playoff games. So Kyrie has struggled in the first half, but today's played pretty well. 8 points so far out of the 12 for Kyrie, leading the team. Jab step by Washington. Washington dribbles inside, gets the pass away. Over to Josh Green. Jumper for the 2. Came off the rim. Short rebound tipped up to Edwards for the defensive rebound. Edwards up the floor. Jacks up the transition 3. Bang, bang. On a laser beam. He sinks it for Anthony Edwards. 21-12 now for Minnesota. Out to the right corner. Here's a 3 and a splash. PJ Washington sinks down the triple. That's a massive 3 by PJ. They crawl winning 6. As we will have a foul as well attached after the shot. Just trying to see who this is going to be on. Looks like they're staying on Dallas's side of the floor right now. And this will be a Mavs free throw. So PJ Washington made the jumper, and then Rudy Gobert got called in the foul underneath the hoop at the same time after PJ made the 3. So they're going to give a free throw, looks like, for the refs here. They will give a free throw awarded to Dallas here with a free throw attempt. And the free throw is good. Yeah, Gobert made both of the free throws previous. That free throw is good by Derek Lively at the line. 21-16 now with just about 4.5 left to go in the first. Minnesota with possession. Edwards. At the top of the key, he's guarded by Lively 101. Slides it off to Anderson at the right wing. Back into the hands to Edwards. Target center logo. Crossover. Guarded by Lively. 5 of the shot clock. Skip pass. Left corner. He airmailed it into the fourth row of the seats for Edwards and the turnover. There's the size and the length of Derek Lively, the second, making an impact, forcing a wild skip pass by Edwards to sail out of bounds. Vegas, welcome back in here, man. Thanks for joining in, brother. Great start to this series so far, 21-16. Here comes the Mavs. The pass off the roll down, off to Lively. Lively with a dunk. They're not going to count it, though, as Minnesota collects a reach and foul right prior to that. So Cat picks up the reach and foul. Inbound for Dallas. Lively at the right wing perimeter. Sends it off to his left to Kyrie. Shot clock's down to 8. 4 minutes left to go. Kyrie, acrobatic drive. Downhill right to the cup with the right hand. Scores the layup. It's only a 3-point game right now. Creed Jedi in the stream, welcome in. Zalika, welcome on board. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win this game here, T-Wolves or Mavs? Excellent start to the Western Conference Finals. Naz Reid inside the key. Floats up the shot with a left-handed hook. Couldn't get it to drop around the rim and out. Outlet pass up the floor to Josh Green. Kick out to the wing. Washington. Touch pass sailed off the top of the fingertips of his teammates in the backcourt. That will be a backcourt violation charged to Dallas. So a turnover here committed by the Mavs on the backcourt violation. 10 points by Kyrie out of the 18 so far. For Dallas, McDaniels leading the way for Minnesota. Perfect 3 for 3 from 3 with 9 points. Minnesota with possession. Anderson, a wide open 3, no good. Halfway down, around the rim and out on his slow releases. He was super wide open right there, but couldn't finish. Downhill, right to the cup. It's a made layup by Dallas by Jaden Hardy. Hardy able to shake free off the Euro step. We get a 1-point game. Cat off fake, drives downhill. Cat with a runner blocked by Lively. Here goes Dallas. Dallas looking to take the lead. Kyrie at the top, fires away from 3. Off the back iron, no good. A rebound secured by Edwards. That's a tough shot right there by Kyrie. Just forced it up in transition. Edwards at the right wing. They've gone on a scoring drought recently. 2:45 left to go in the first. Edwards dribbles up to the elbow. Kick out left baseline. Off the Cat. Launches a 3 left corner. Bricked off the back rim. No good. A rebound controlled by Washington for the Dallas defense. Dallas with the ball. Kyrie up the floor. Gallops to the open floor. Attacks the cup. And the one coming up with a free throw line by Kyrie. 22-21 Dallas. Naz Reid commits the shooting foul. As Minnesota was not able to get back defensively in transition in time, Kyrie saw the opening, and he saw the feet weren't set. The defense was not set. Everybody was jogging back, and Kyrie took advantage of that, and he'll have a free throw coming up at the line after we come back from the timeouts. Dallas with their first lead in the night, first lead of the Western Conference Finals, 22-21, with 2:24 left to go in the first. An exciting series to start off here. This was starting to slip away early on from Dallas. It was 16-8 at one point for Minnesota. Jaden McDaniels had more points than Dallas to begin this game, with his 9 points when Dallas had 8 on the board at 1 point. Tyson Meats, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Asharaka the channel, welcome aboard here from the Philippines. Thanks all for being a part of the stream. If you guys enjoy the channel here, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams. Right now, just in this timeout, McDaniels with 9, 5 by Edwards so far, 3 points by Gobert, 2 each between Cat and Conley. Karl-Anthony Towns is struggling right now, just 1 for 5 shooting by Cat. 0 for 2 from the perimeter. Had a pretty good look in the last 3 from the left corner. Couldn't bury it, though. And Dallas hasn't really been led by Luca so far. Luca's only got 4 points with just a rebound, 0 assists. It's been the Kyrie show so far. Kyrie, 12 total points. He'll have a free throw coming up. This is a promising sign for Dallas. Kyrie had been struggling in these first half games so far, but he's poured in 12 points in the first 10 minutes. Luca's got 4. After that, P.J. Washington made a 3, 2 off the bench by Hardy, and a free throw with a point by Derek Lively. So it's been mostly Kyrie. Dallas is actually +3 right now in the glass, 11-8. And we're seeing one of those lengthy scoring droughts being played out from Minnesota. Once again, that they're having a tough time figuring it out. But they get going in the second half for the T-Wolves. Like, these scoring droughts are usually happening in the first half, and then they start to figure things out offensively once we get into the third quarter. They finally, the light bulb comes on, and they flip the switch. What's good, Rizdon and BC in the channel? Welcome aboard, everybody, today. Right now, Minnesota is leading the poll 55-45. Feel free to vote in the poll if you guys would like as well. Yeah, I got a lot of great viewership right now. Yesterday's stream was crazy. Celtics Pacers, that finish, holy smokes. Like, what a sequence. It's been some wild playoff games this year. The one that was the Knicks against the Sixers in the first round, that was insane too. That Philadelphia was up by 5, and then the Knicks came back, and the Knicks won the game. Yes, I plan on being back tomorrow covering Celtics tomorrow night against the Pacers for Game 2. Yeah, you the legend, Seagull, really appreciate it. If anybody's interested in channel merch, I'll put that link here in the chat. All those links are in the description of this video as well, between the merchandise site, memberships. Memberships link is pinned to the chat right now. It's as low as $1.99 at the US dollar rate if anybody's interested in becoming a channel member, and it gets you shout outs at the end of every single one of my live streams. The free throw is good by Kyrie. This is part of an 11-zip run by Dallas right now, the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Off to Naz Reid. Swings it off to Anderson at the elbow. Hand off to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Anderson inside the key. Floats with a shot. Gutted to go. Good for 2 over Lively. 23 even. 5 on the floor look like this for Dallas. Luca, Kyrie, Josh Green, Derek Lively the second, and Derek Jones Jr. Luca dribbles up to the free throw circle. Luca up fake. Shovel pass. Watch out. Downhill. Right to the rim with a two-handed dunk. Derek Jones Jr. with authority. Luca with his first assist of the night. 25-23 Dallas. Minute 45 left to go in the first. Reed kick off to the corner. Wide open 3. Kyle Anderson splash. He sinks it. T-Wolves take the 1-point lead. Top of the key, Luca. Luca floats the pass off to Lively. Touch pass off to Luca. Down low. Luca with a step past Anderson. Gets the drop. It's good for 2. Luca was looking for the foul call. Couldn't get it, though. We get a 1-point game. Top of the key, Anderson. Anderson plugging some minus minutes recently. Hasn't been able to get shots to drop when he's been there on the floor. Almost slipped at the free throw circle with a basketball that time, though. He buries the shot. The Mavs, defensively, they've left Kyle Anderson open multiple possessions. That's the first response he has had, able to make a bucket for him in a little bit of time, as he's up to 7 points actually off the bench right now for Anderson. He missed a couple shots here or there, but got that one to drop. Yeah, crazy. That game yesterday had just 0 defense in it from yesterday. What's good, Zalika? Welcome on the channel. Thanks for joining in. 1-point advantage for Minnesota. The lob to Luca. Luca fires a fastball right corner. Jones, the wing. Here's a jumper off balance. No good. Around the rim and out. Missed by Dallas. And it goes up the floor here with Naz Reid. He attacks inside the paint and scores up and good off the glass for 2. Minnesota just forced the steal as well. They lead by 3 with the basketball here. Approaching 20 seconds left to go. Edwards at the top of the key. Edwards dribbles up to the elbow. Kick out left corner. Outside, Edwards went off his fingertips. Tracks down the loose ball. Edwards at the wing. Launches a 3. It's up and he drills it. Anthony Edwards splashes down the triple. 6-point advantage for Minnesota. A botched possession turning into a good 3-point shot. Final 3 seconds. Luca, half-court 3 at the buzzer. The rainbow, no good. Missed wide right of the rim. We close out the end of the first quarter. 33-27 Minnesota. Anthony Edwards jacking up a 29-foot J, sinking it The shot clock expired, and we close out the end of the first 33-27. Bang, bang, bang indeed. Welcome back, Mario, on the stream. What a start to this game to begin the series. And Dallas was trailing early on, able to start to come back, and then Minnesota, after a lengthy scoring drought, able to get back into a late run once again with Edwards closing out the quarter with a monster 3. Edwards is up to 8 points currently. 9 points by McDaniels. He started the show early on from Minnesota with 3 straight threes made. He's got 9 points in 7 minutes. Edwards with 8, 7 off the bench by Anderson. And then Dallas led by Kyrie with 13, 6 by Luca. The question is, who's going to be able to step up in this game after Kyrie and Luca? Because those two guys are combining for 19 out of the 27. Everybody else is 3 or fewer right now. PJ Washington with 3, 2 by Derrick Jones Jr., 2 by Hardy, and 1 off the bench by Derek Lively. Bench points currently in favor of Minnesota, 9-3 right now. Yeah, thanks for the sub there, Lloyd. Really appreciate it for joining in on the stream. Ward, welcome back in here, bud. And welcome in from Melbourne, Australia for Kree Jedi in the channel. Feel free to let us know out in the chat where you guys are watching from. We got a lot of great supporters here out on the channel. I know we got a lot of people usually come on board from the Philippines, so feel free to let us know where you guys are watching from out here on the channel. Dallas is stone cold from 3. And last game, especially the second half, they shot the cover off the ball from 3-point range. The final 5 minutes, they legit could not miss from 3. That's what gave them the victory over OKC on Saturday. Today, they're cold from the perimeter. 1 for 7 shooting the 3 ball by Dallas. Minnesota's rocked in 6 total threes right now for their team. They're 6 for 11. They're red hot from 3 from Minnesota. Dallas is lucky to be hanging in right now. Dallas is plus 6 points in the paint, 18-12 to begin here. And also Dallas is right now plus 2 in the glass, 11-9. Face Matic on the channel. Welcome in from TNT here joining in. Yeah, people from all over. Incredible. Salika out at Dallas. Brack here from North Carolina. Connecting the world all across the board. Six-point advantage for Minnesota, about to start off the second quarter of action right now. Kyrie, 13 points, 6 for 9 shooting in the first quarter, allowing Dallas to hang in right now to begin the Western Conference Finals. Dallas gets the inbound right to left on the floor to begin the second quarter. Luca crosses the midcourt logo. He is on the floor with Tim Hardaway Jr., Daniel Gafford, also number 0 with Dante Exum, his first time on the floor today, as Dallas buries a quick 3. And that is good by Luca off the step back. 33-30. Minnesota with possession. Conley bounce pass off the roll down. Gobert. No look pass right wing. Open 3. McDaniels. He's letting it rain tonight. Perfect 4 from 4. Another major triple by McDaniels. They're 7 for 12 from the perimeter. Top of the key here with Gafford. Sends it off to Luca. Kyrie's currently in the bench at the moment. And Luca, bad pass gets intercepted. Conley up the floor off the steal. Mike Conley Jr. up fake. Fires the pass down low. Gobert, he's triple teamed. Gobert underneath gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up by Minnesota. Gafford, a guilty party, picks up the shooting foul. Jaden McDaniels really picking it up lately. He is 10 for 13 from 3-point range in the last 3 games. Gobert will shoot 2 shots here at the free throw line. It's been a common place that he's been a couple times today already in this game for Gobert at the free throw line. First one is good. Gobert right now is 3 for 5 on free throws. 4 for 5 on free throws at this moment. We'll have one more coming up, and Gobert missed it. So now 4 for 6 as it bricked off the rim. Short rebound. Controlled by Tim Hardaway Jr. 11 minutes left to go before halftime. Top of the key, Luca. Dribbles up right elbow. Luca fires the pass down low. Wide open underneath. Daniel Gafford with a two-handed flush. Good find right there by Luca. Somebody forgot their backside help defense by Minnesota. And a turnover. Naz Reid lost the handle going up the floor. Luca collected a steal up the court here. Out to the top into the hands to Luca. Luca at the left wing, guarded by Reid, one-on-one. Step back three in the air by Luca, no good. It got pinned back towards the Dallas side of the floor at the wing off the tap back. Offensive rebound back to Dallas, 7 in the shot clock. Luca dribbles up, drives past Reid right to the cup. Instead, he blew a wide-open layup for his teammates who couldn't bake home a two inside a key with Daniel Gafford. Luca with a problematic possession at time. Corner three, no good, missed off the mark by Minnesota, out of bounds. Last touched out by Dallas. So Nikhil had a pretty good look right there from the corner. I don't know how in the world Luca gave up that wide open opportunity. And we see here the replay. Dante Exum was the last one who touched the loose ball at the baseline. 37-32. Naz Reid with an inbound to get a quick whistle. Away for the basketball, charged to Dallas here by Derrick Jones Jr. So this will stop the clock as he picks up the foul. Vital Rights in the stream. Welcome back in here. Glad to have you back in the stream. What a game yesterday, man. Incredible finish yesterday for Boston. Inbound for Minnesota. 5-point advantage. Conley swings it outside to the wing off to Reid. Reid. 5 in the shot clock. Outside to the left wing. Nikhil dribbles up. Jumper. Straight away Nikhil. Off the rim. No good. Tipped up in the air. And defensive rebound hauled in by Tim Hardaway Jr. Luca. Guarded by Nikhil. Alexander Walker now switched here. Guarded by Gobert. Luca dribbles up. Inside the key. Floats up the shot. No good. Around the rim and out. Pinwheels around. Naz Reid able to save it for the defensive rebound. Minnesota with a possession. Leading by 5. Both of these teams in the scoring drought recently. Kick to the corner. Conley outside. Sends it off to McDaniels. Burst the speed downhill. McDaniels. Huge collision on the floor. McDaniels picks up the offensive foul. He just rammed right over Dante Exum, able to set his feet inside the key and take the charge. That's a turnover by Minnesota. It will go right back to Dallas. Gafford with a huge rejection afterwards. Right after the shot was launched. Won't be statted on the block, though, because it was an offensive foul previous to that. Inbound here for Dallas. Top of the key, Gafford. Gafford with a lot of space, not a perimeter shooter. Moves it outside to Exum. Exum at the right wing. Turns the corner. Drives and Gobert. Bounce past Gafford. Gafford's triple teamed. And Gafford gets tied up with it, I believe, here. So this will be a jump ball at the Dallas free throw circle. Daniel Gafford got tied up with Mike Conley. No ego, what's good? Welcome back in. What a start to this game right now. Defensive grind that we got going on. PJ Washington checks on the floor. Comes into the game now for PJ. My clock's a little fast. We got 9:04 left to go before half. Jump ball tipped up, and McDaniels out of the pack, comes down with it. McDaniels, Euro step, right to the rim. He scores up and in off the backboard. Takes advantage of the jump ball. Takes it coast to coast for Jaden McDaniels. 39-32, and the Mavs will burn the timeouts. No hustle here by Dallas off of this tip ball. Luca just gets straight up beat by McDaniels, and then Kyrie gets beat right at the rim by McDaniels for the open layup. 39-32, we take the timeout from action. Minnesota starting to make plays, starting to out-hustle Dallas recently. Jaden McDaniels showing up in a big way today, really setting the tone for his team. Anthony Edwards said that if there's a guy that you want to give the game ball to, he said it straight up. Jaden McDaniels on the national broadcast that he gets the game ball for Game 7. It's been tremendous. Late stretch of the series against Denver. 14 points right now tonight, shooting a perfect 5 for 5, perfect 4 for 4 from three-point range by Jaden McDaniels. Edwards is 8. Edwards, I think he's very likely to go off in the third quarter. Once again for Edwards. He is a late riser, second half takeover type of player for Edwards. 7 points by Anderson. If they can generate more of the Cat's really struggling. Then Minnesota's just got too many options. They're going to take away this game. The question here for Dallas this entire series that they have to ask is, outside of Kyrie and Luca, who else is going to do the scoring? Because it's not apparent right now. 13 points by Kyrie. Luca's got 9. There's your 21 points out of 32. But the number 3 option and the number 4 option, those guys are Derrick Jones, or P.J. Washington and Derrick Jones Jr. in order. Those are the number 3 and 4 scorers in the playoffs. Tim Hardaway Jr. has completely fallen off a cliff. And then they've been known for their defense. That's what's propelled them second half of the year turnaround. But I just don't know who else is going to be able to step up. Una Man Siegel, really appreciate it, brother. And thanks so much all for being a part on the stream here. Just having you guys coming out supporting on the channel. That's the biggest thing that I can ask for. We got 400 plus watching right now on this stream. If you're new in the channel, make sure to smash the thumbs up. Hitting the like button helps out this video a ton being found on YouTube. If you really enjoy the content, it's your first time coming on board being a part of the stream, feel free to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell if you like to stay notified for future live streams as well. Siegel with a dono. You the legend, brother. Really appreciate it for the dono. Let's get that dono hype for Siegel. Right now in the chat, I posted the link to the merchandise site that I have. If anybody's interested in any channel merchandise, that link is posted in the chat. We got a lot of cool stuff out there. Short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, iPhone cases, pillow stickers, sweatshirts. A ton of stuff out there, so feel free to check out the Behind the Arc Basketball channel merchandise site over on Teespring. All those links I have for merchandise, Twitter, Discord, and memberships are all posted in the description of this video. The memberships link is pinned to the chat as well. It's as low as $1.99 per month if anybody's interested in becoming a channel member, and what it gets you is shout-outs at the end of each and every single one of my live streams for all channel members. We currently have 20 plus channel members at the moment. 39-32 right now. Mark Cuban in the crowd on the road tonight for Dallas, and Luca, his bounce pass off to Lively was knocked out of bounds, last touched by Gobert. Also, my Twitter link's up there too. It's at Behind the Arc 14. That's where I post a link of all my streams. So in case you forget one night, I'm also on Twitter, usually posting the link every single night of when I'm live. That's a turnover, missed the mark, and the pass by Lively sailed out of bounds to the corner, and they're in quite a bit of a scoring drought recently. 5 turnovers by Dallas, just 3 by Minnesota. Dallas is coming off an 18 turnover game in Game 6 in the victory over OKC. Minnesota in the victory over Denver, they only turned it over 9 times the entire game. Dallas here commits a foul. This game started to slip away from the Mavs right now. Defensive 3 seconds called on Derek Lively on the technical. So this will send Mike Conley to the free throw line. It's just, for Dallas, the front court. I talked about it a couple of media breaks ago. For Dallas here, I'm quite concerned about their front court. They're very inexperienced in terms of the front court players in their team. Gafford and also Lively. Lively's a rookie. This is a team that loves to play above the rim. They were able to do so against OKC because OKC basically has one big man like Chet Holmgren. They have a poor rotation with not much size afterwards. I think their second backup big is Kenrich Williams on that team for OKC. Brick 3 by Minnesota, or by Dallas up the floor. Minnesota with a possession here. Anderson at the right wing, up by 7. Dishes out on top over to Cat. Cat dribbles up, drives downhill on Derrick Jones Jr. Jones commits the reach and foul. And now stop the clock here with 7:56. What's good, Esla Place? Welcome back in here. Anthony Edwards checks back into the game once again. He's got 8 points currently. Jaden McDaniels, top player in the court currently in this game. Leading all scores, 14 points for McDaniels. Yeah, I actually changed it up tonight. This red and black that I'm wearing, I got this NBA jersey a couple years ago at Bob's Stores. I was going through my clothes yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I gotta break this out for the conference finals whenever it's a non-Celtic stream. Get some opportunities here to wear this NBA jersey. Inside the key, Anderson able to score for 2. He's a solid game right now. 9 points off the bench by Anderson. Tim Hardaway Jr. out to the free throw circle, Lively. Kick out to the wing. Luca took the 3, bricked off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Edwards. Under 7.5 left to go before halftime. 9-point advantage. Edwards looking to up it here to double digits. Edwards slides it on top to Cat. Into the hands to Edwards. Edwards at the top. Up fake. Off to his left, McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Edwards fires a fastball. Right corner. Open 3 in the skip pass. No good. Missed off the mark by Naz Reid. Had a clear look at the 3. Couldn't send it down. No good, though. The Mavs in a 3-minute and 45-second scoring drought, but that finally is able to close out as Kyrie at the same time that they said they were on the 3-minute, 45-second scoring drought scores with a left-hand layup. 7-point game, under 7 minutes left to go before half here. Edwards, step back 3 in the air over Luca. Came off the rim short, tipped up to Dallas for the defensive rebound by Washington. Outside Luca. Luca at the left wing perimeter. He's guarded by Ant 101. Luca at the left wing. 10 on the shot clock. Takes on Ant to the low block. Luca over Ant. And he scores up and off the backboard by Luca. And one covered up at the free throw line. It's a Doncic bucket. Luca allows Edwards to pick up his first personal foul of the night. Goes straight at Edwards, right to the rim. Absorbs the contact and one. So one shot here by Luca at the free throw line, and it's good. 4-point game. Whenever Dallas seems a little bit out of it, they start to mount a run once again, keeping things very interesting right now. Anderson is on the floor with Karl-Anthony Towns, Naz Reid, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels. That's the 5 in the court currently for Minnesota. Ant at the left wing perimeter. Edwards dribbles left baseline, guarded off a double team. Bounce pass to Anderson. Anderson with 9 off the bench. Looking to make 11. He sinks it. Kyle Anderson poured in 11 points via the bench. Knocks down the left elbow J. Midway through the second quarter, Lively attacks downhill to the rim. Off the Euro step, he scores up and in off the backboard. Back to a 4-point game right now. Anderson at the left wing, taking on Lively, dribbles towards his right, slides it off to Edwards. Top of the key, guarded by Derrick Jones Jr. around the perimeter. 1-on-1, open space with a 3, no good. Missed around the rim and out by Edwards. Rebound secured by Kyrie. He pushes it up the floor. Kyrie shovels out on top off to Luca. Luca, 15 on the shot clock here. Luca gets right past Edwards. Luca right to the cup. He scores again with a right-hand layup. It's a 2-point game, 43-41. Houdini out there where Luca just slowing down the game to his level. He won a complete spin cycle, drifting right past Anthony Edwards to the rim. And he scored with a right-hand finish past Naz Reid with a backside help defense at the rim. A 2-point game right now, 43-41 with 5.5 left to go before halftime. What a battle right now. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. And we got a battle here currently right now. We have almost 500 plus in the stream. Absolute legends here coming in on the channel right now. Yeah, I'm not like huge into boxing, but I saw that's been in the headlines there for the whole rematch. So I don't follow boxing too much. Welcome in. I'm 40. I'm a man in the channel. Welcome on board. Yeah, I have no clue about that. Ripping. I'm from the U.S., so I'm from Massachusetts in the USA. I know we got a pretty good international reach in the stream. I usually don't follow as much stuff going on like internationally that goes on in the news that much, unless it's like breaking stuff that happens. 2-point game currently. Excellent game so far by Jaden McDaniels. He's got 14. He made his first 5 shots on the floor. He's 5 for 6 right now. 4 for 5 from 3-point range. Edwards is up to now 8 total points. Couple missed defensive assignments, though, defending Luca. A couple previous possessions. 11 points off the bench by Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson's been excellent so far today. 13 points. Combining for Minnesota's bench, just 5 points off the bench by Dallas as a team. It's basically been 2 players, 29 out of the 41 points combined by Kyrie and Luca. And once you start to think about it, this looks more like reminiscent of the last series as well. Whereas it was basically, especially in that Game 7, that was, for the most part, a large chunk of points between just Murray and Jokic. And it's looking like that the same way today. And Dallas needs other players to step up. And I said that in the pregame before entering this series, looking at the players and their numbers and statistics going through and the balance of both these rosters. Minnesota was the top defense in the regular season in defensive efficiency, so we know what they're capable of defensively. They're smash mouth defensively, and their defense won them the game in the second half against Denver. Here's the thing, is that Minnesota's got 6 guys that's averaging double figures. Dallas is just 4 right now in the playoffs, and 2 of those guys have over-exceeded what they were expected to do, with PJ Washington, trade deadline acquisition from Charlotte, and then also Derrick Jones Jr. is coming off career best in this playoffs right now, playing the playoffs of his lifetime currently. 2-point game at the moment as we come back from the timeouts. Just how sustainable will that be? That is the question, because this is looking like it's going to be like a 2-man show for Dallas between Luca and Kyrie. Kyrie's got 15 on 7 for 10 shooting. Luca has got 14 points on 6 for 12 shooting right now, but Luca's bricked 4 threes. He's just 1 for 5 from the perimeter currently. Back to action. Anderson stays on the floor. He's got 11. Number 11, Naz Reid takes the 3. Makes the 3 from downtown. A laser, top of the key. It's drilled by Naz Reid. 46-41, 42% from 3-point range. Dallas is 18%. Luca swings it on top to Jones. Gave up an open 3 instead of a tougher drive, and that's a tough shot. No good inside the key. Closely guarded by Naz Reid. Offensive rebound back to Washington. At the top over to Kyrie. Dribble drive inside with a runner. Kyrie rattles in. It's good for 2. He's up to 17. 46-43. Kyrie and Luca single-handedly keeping Dallas hanging in this game right now. Edwards at the left wing. Bounce pass off to Anderson. Kick to the corner. Open 3. Cat. And he drills it. Karl-Anthony Towns knocks down the triple. 6-point advantage once again. Minnesota's had a couple of 6-point leads in this game. 5 points after a slow start for Cat Carley, with just 5 on the board, but that's his first major shot of the night. Luca drives inside the key. Luca bounce pass underneath, and it resulted in a 2-handed flush by Derek Lively. That's where they like to play. Luca just slows down the game to his tempo, and he got everybody to crowd him inside the free throw circle, and nobody was there at the rim to guard Lively. Lively just denied Cat. Cat's able to come up with a basketball. Cat underneath, got deflected again by Lively. 2 for 1, and a major defensive stop right there by Derek Lively the second. Here goes Kyrie, up fake. His pass deflected inside the key. Tried to thread the needle off to Washington, resulting in a steal. Anderson, skip pass. Edwards, kick to the corner. Open 3, Naz Reid off the back rim, no good. Rebound secure by Lively. Dallas with possession. 3:32 left to go before halftime. Mavs with the ball. Luca, bounce pass wide open as they gambled on the double team and couldn't make the 3. Bricked off the rim. It was missed by Washington. A 41% 3-point shooter, bricking a wide open 3 as the Minnesota defense gambled and brought the double team off to Luca. Edwards, gonna slow down tempo here. Edwards 3:10 left to go before halftime. Edwards dribbles off the right baseline. Kick out to the left corner. Open three. It is good. Jaden McDaniels sizzles the triple. 52-45. Jaden McDaniels been major tonight. He's got 17. He is the top scorer in the game for Minnesota. Missed jumper to elbow by Jones. Tipped off to Luca for the offensive rebound. Luca no good. He's just 1 for 6 from 3. Skipped around the rim and out. Tipped up in the air though as it gets tapped in somehow for the bucket by Derrick Jones Jr. What a battle we got here in the court. 2.5 left to go before halftime. McDaniels, 17 points, 5 for 6 from the perimeter. At the right wing, it's Reed. Reed spin move working on Luca. Sends it on top off to Edwards. Edwards looking to get his redemption back as he is guarded by Luca. At the corner, though, Anderson. Anderson will take the jumper. No good. Couldn't shove it in off the put back by Reed. Offensive rebound controlled by Edwards. In and out. Edwards receives it from Anderson. Edwards dump off down low. Karl-Anthony Towns, and he scores. Up and in off the backboard. And he is pumped up about the bucket as well. Quick up the floor. Kyrie with an open two. Scores the layup. 54-49. 2 quick buckets between these two teams. Dallas, only reason why they're hanging in the game, they're plus 16 points in the paint, 36-20 right now. Minnesota's drilling threes left and right on the floor. McDaniels inside a key runner. McDaniels no good off the back rim. Tipped up. Offensive rebound. Jaden McDaniels. He wants it. He scores. Dunks it home with a 2 and then flush off the putback. Jaden McDaniels, 19 points, the game leader. Tied for Kyrie also with 19 for Dallas. McDaniels is hungry tonight. Left baseline dribble. Jones, reverse hand. And that's Washington to the cup. He scores for 2. PJ Washington, number 25, got to go and 1. Coming up at the free throw line. Final minutes as we approach the mark left to go before halftime, and an excellent first half. And PJ Washington off the left baseline dribble. We got 500 plus right now on the stream. If you're new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like. Hit the subscribe if you guys are new, and ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future live streams as well. The free throw is good. 1:10 left to go before halftime. Dallas is only 2 for 13 from the perimeter. Minnesota's 10 for 23. Conley sends it off to Reed. Head full of steam. Reed goes up. Reed got stripped. Reed got fouled. And Naz Reid, 6th man of the year, will shoot 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line. Feel free to join me in tomorrow. I'll be back for game number 2, Celtics against Pacers. If you thought game 1 was great, what a wild game we had last night. I don't know how in the world we'll make it better than what happened last night, but feel free to keep on joining in. And should still hopefully be a good game tomorrow between the Celtics and the Pacers for game 2. First free throw is good by Naz Reid. Second shot by Reed, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Edwards comes out with an offensive rebound as he out-hustles the Dallas defense. Forgot to box out. Edwards, backdoor, gets fouled on the layup. 2 more free throws coming up. You can clearly see right now Minnesota is hungry. They want it more to begin this game. Roger, welcome in. Thanks for joining back in here, bud. Edwards up to 8 points, a late bloomer. He's been excellent in the second half. Took over the third quarter against Denver. They're in a bonus right now as well. First free throw by Edwards is good. builds the lead up by 6. They've had multiple 6-point leads in today's game. So Dallas has been in the range of a deficit for the most part, between 4 to 8 points. I would say the 6-point range has been the likely range for most of the leads tonight by Minnesota. 7-point lead right now. It's either been a 6 or a 7. Kyrie dribbles up, dish out to the top of the key. PJ Washington dribbles inside, floats up the shot, got it to go. Good for 2 as he's able to get the bounce. 59-54, 5-point game, 35 seconds left to go before halftime. Naz Reid at the wing finds Edwards, 30-footer, and he hits it. Bang, bang, Anthony Edwards trifecta from downtown. Whole crowd goes wild. 8-point lead here for the T-Wolves. Kyrie attacks inside the paint and gets tipped in for 2 by Gafford. 6-point game, 15 seconds left to go. Naz Reid going to slow down tempo. Into the hands here to Edwards. 12 seconds now. Edwards guarded as the whole crowd gets up. He's defended by Derrick Jones Jr. Final possession. 6 seconds. Edwards across the floor. And it sails out of bounds. Turnover by Edwards. Another airmail pass. I don't know why he didn't want to take it himself on that possession. He was way too tall to skip pass off to the wing. So Dallas will have the final possession. 5 seconds off the inbound. Kyrie drives to McDaniels. Kyrie soars up right to the rim. He got it a drop for Kyrie Irving with 0.7 seconds left to go. And 1 coming up at the free throw line. Oh, that's a huge momentum builder as he gets clipped to the backside by McDaniels. Kyrie with an and 1 with a nick of time just before halftime. Gotta put back that second left to go on the clock. Kyrie will have 1 free throw here for the and 1 with a 7/10 of a second left to go. One shot here by Kyrie. The free throw is up. The free throw is good right down the middle. It's only a 3-point game. Dallas creeping in, hanging in this entire first half. Full court shot by Conley. No good. Wide left, and we close out going to halftime. 62-59. A one-man show for Dallas recently with Kyrie Irving. It's been a 2-man game between Kyrie and Luca in the first half for Dallas. 24 points by Kyrie Irving, the top scorer in the game. Luca's got 14. Those two guys combining for 38 out of the 59 currently right now for the Mavs. They're only trailing by 3 in this one here. What a battle we got here between these two teams. Minnesota with a couple opportunities looking like they could have a chance to run away, but Dallas keeps on creeping in each and every single time. PJ Washington, a couple baskets to close out before half, up to 8 points currently, so they found their number 3 guy. If they can get more production out of him in the second half, that's huge. Plus a 4th option there. Right now it's Derrick Jones Jr. He's got 4 points inside his starting 5. Derek Lively off the bench has 5.7 rebounds right now. But you got a great first half by Kyrie. As good as you could possibly get right there. 24 points and 11 for 14 shooting, going full-on attack mode. Just finishing at the rim constantly for Kyrie inside the paint in this game. Jaden McDaniels just having a huge game here right now from Minnesota. 19 points by McDaniels. And he's made 5 threes, 7 for 9 shooting. 13 points by Edwards, 11 by Anderson. Yeah, I got you right there, Siegel. Yeah, yeah, he's fine. He was making the comments about the T-Wolves there. I don't think it had anything to do with a comment above, which got removed. That was not a good one right there. Yeah, we're fine. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. You guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. A couple of interesting stuff, a couple minutes going on in the chat with Kyrie's thoughts. Yeah, this is excellent basketball by Kyrie. Like, this is the Kyrie that sets his mind to basketball and basketball only and is playing like it right now. Like, last couple of years, it was very tough to get Kyrie to show up and do his job and show up and get to work. And it was a massive struggle when he used to play for the Brooklyn Nets with that. But over in Dallas, I mean, this is a really, really happy version of Kyrie that he's just locked in. Everything's focused on basketball right now for Kyrie, and it's showing. And put in the work every day. It show up to work every single day with all the talent, and it is showing. It's a completely different Kyrie version that we're seeing right now, the 2014 version that he's focused straight up on basketball compared to the 2019 version when he quit the Celtics, or the 2020, 2021, 2022 version with the Brooklyn Nets that he wasn't even participating in most of the games. Like, he's moved on from the past right now, and it's showing. Like, he's been able to. He's just so talented and putting in the work here, and just it shows right now between how he's been able to, like, focus his mind straight up on basketball with Luca and have this team just come together this season. I got Minnesota in this series. I just think Minnesota's they're the deeper team for them, in my opinion. Right now, Minnesota's got 17 bench points right now. Kyle Anderson, he showed up in the first half. 11 points for him off the bench, 5 for 8 from the floor. They're 17-7 leading the bench points. Lively is 5 off the bench, Hardy with 2. Anderson with 11, 6 by Reed. So right now we're at halftime here. I haven't done a tortoise showing in a while. If you guys are interested in seeing Mr. Tops, feel free to type in that you be interested. Put in a tortoise emoji out here, and I'll see if I'm able to break out Mr. Tops during halftime if he's available. So, if you guys are interested, feel free to let me know, and I'll see if he's available, and I'll run out my room door and see if he is available in the next room, and see if he's available to be woken up to be a part here for a couple moments on the stream. So feel free to let me know. I'll put it right to the break slide for probably like 30 seconds or so. So if you see nothing going on, I'll have it right to the break slide, and then I'll be back in around 30 seconds or so. So yeah, getting some love out here in the chat for Mr. Tops. So I'll see if I can go get Mr. Tops. I forgot to get him out yesterday. Could have been useful for yesterday's game, but I think he had his head in his shell like Jason Tatum for the first 48 minutes, and then his head must have popped out of his shell for the final 5 to finish up the 53. So yeah, I'll go get him, and I'll be back here in just a moment. Just gonna get Mr. Tops the tortoise, and we'll be back in just a moment here. All right, so I got my pet tortoise back, and if you haven't seen my pet tortoise before, his name is Mr. Tops. He's going to be turning 9 years old coming up very soon. About like a month and a couple of days from now, late June, for Mr. Tops. So he was actually hiding a couple rooms over, but here we go. Without any further ado, this is Mr. Tops, my tortoise. And there he is. He's a good boy. A little blurry right now for Mr. Tops. There he is. Good boy. Let's see if I can focus it up a little bit more. But been a good supporter during these playoffs here. It's been a while since I had him back in the stream. But Mr. Tops the Tortoise, there he is. Yep. It's like Jason Tatum last night during the game, having his head in his shell, but poked it out like Mr. Tops is right now. Good boy out there. So that is Mr. Tops the Tortoise. Good boy. And one more time, and then I'll put him right back. So here's Mr. Tops for the final time, my pet tortoise. So I'll be back in just a moment, just going to put him right back. All right, so we're back here currently at halftime. So Mr. Tops, he eats a lot of lettuce for him. He eats clovers, romaine lettuce, specifically like romaine, but he can also have like other types of lettuce. He has a little bit of strawberries. He can't have too many though, but he does eat strawberries from time to time. But mostly like lettuce and clovers he has. He also has dandelions quite a bit too. So finally the dandelions came out once again, so he's able to have dandelions. Yeah, so he'll have his birthday. It's in late June for Mr. Tops. How many points for tomorrow? That's going to be a high-scoring game, I feel like. I'll go Celtics once again tomorrow, 122 to 116. I'll go. Yeah, both of those teams are just pushing it up against each other, right up and down the floor against one another. Celtics defense has to adjust to the speed of Indiana because they weren't used to that speed just yet. They were coming off a 6-day break that they hadn't played, so that's as rusty as you can get right there. And they pulled a miraculous one out yesterday. That just shocking. It looked like they were just like done. I cannot believe they came back and won that game. Yep, 0, you're the hero. Hopefully I'm saying that to one of the streams for Jason Tatum. Put the number in the back of Mr. Tops. Yesterday, he closed it out, though. Like, he was the closer yesterday. It would have been the other way around if Jaylen Brown hadn't bailed him out. I believe so. I hope so for Mr. Tops there. He might secretly like the Phoenix Suns where he came from in Arizona. He gets shipped from Arizona over to my place in Mass. Yeah, that was a huge choke yesterday by Indiana. A lot of like chaotic, inexperienced type plays that they made late in that game cost them the game. Somebody that I know actually went to the Celtics game yesterday because there was like a bunch of different street closures that was going down yesterday because I think that the president visited around the Boston area, but the guy that I know that went to the Celtics game, he said he arrived 3 hours early to the Celtics game, that there was like zero traffic getting there, and a bunch of people were telling him that he would have a tough time getting there because all the street closures, but that was not the issue yesterday. Hey, thanks so much, Siegel, with the other dono. You really appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Absolute legend in the channel. Yeah, I'll have to see if I'm able to get him out tomorrow at halftime, unless I'm not too happy about the halftime performance in the first half for the Celtics tomorrow. So this is my first time actually covering Dallas so far in the playoffs. I was at my girlfriend's graduation last Saturday when they played in that Game 6. Mario with a dono. You the man, brother. Really appreciative for the dono. Let's get that dono hype from Mario out in the stream. Legend here. So, my girlfriend's graduation on Saturday, it started at 9 a.m. So I went with my girlfriend, got up around to the Boston area around like 8 in the morning. Got up at like 5:30 to leave and get there for 8. Once we had to go all the way from like, she lives a little bit west of Boston, so we had to go all the way across. She's a couple of towns west of Boston. We had to get all the way across and go to the Seaport District of Boston, which is like northeast Boston, right before the airport. So what happened is we got stuck in the tunnel for like a half an hour, and there were a bunch of rally cars that were driving in a pack of police escort vehicles going through the I-93 tunnel to Boston, and they were part of like it was like a rally car rally that they had. It's called Gold Rush Boston, what they had going on for this week. So they have like I think it's like a full 2-week tour that they do throughout the entire East Coast. They were in Boston on Saturday. They went to New York City on Sunday, and then they went to, I think, Pennsylvania and then Maryland on a couple of days ago, and I believe they're making their trip all the way down to Florida. But there's a bunch of like different like rally cars. I think like over 60 plus rally cars. Somebody actually made a vlog video of it on YouTube, posted a video about the Gold Rush rally taking over the tunnels in Boston over the weekend. It was quite the sight to see. We were stuck though in traffic for like a half an hour, but it was a super cool, bunch of loud exhausts in the middle of the tunnel. Missed jumper by Mike Conley straight away from Minnesota as we begin now the third quarter of action. Dallas with a possession. Kyrie dribbles up. Kyrie floats it up over the top, soaring up with a major finish in the alley-oop jam by Daniel Gafford. It's a 1-point game now, 62-61. Minnesota with the ball. Conley on the floor with Edwards, Towns, Gobert, and McDaniels. McDaniels jumper to elbow, came off the rim short, tipped up to Gobert. Offensive rebound, puts it back up and in. It is good for 2. Luca crosses the midcourt logo. Luca at the top, dribbles up, drives downhill to the cup, lobs it up again, over the top, and another alley-oop jam by Gafford. That's what I talked about during the last half. This Dallas team loves to play above the rim. They start off the second half with back-to-back alley-oop jams. How about that for Dallas, playing their style right now? Runner by Conley. Refs will not count it, though. Referees will blow the whistle and call a foul before the shot went up in the air. So Luca assisting on back-to-back lobs at the rim to Daniel Gafford. Minnesota is going for a double as Luca keeps on rolling down to the hoop. Luca's bringing a double team, and Gafford keeps on rolling down with nobody there to help out from Minnesota's defense at the rim. Cat drives, attacks downhill. That gets altered by Gafford. A rebound controlled by Washington. The two trade deadline acquisitions picking up a major defensive play right there. Luca at the left wing, working on McDaniels. Luca tries to pass it out. He does. Into the hands to Gafford. Lost the handle, turns it over. Edwards collects the steal. They got numbers here up the floor. McDaniels attacks the rack. Throws it down with a two-handed jam. 66-63. This game's got good pace to it right now. Luca, bounce pass behind his back. Sets up Washington. PJ moves it off to the baseline. Kyrie, right baseline dribble. Shovel pass off to Gafford, who scores. Daniel Gafford right now making a major impact in the first 3 minutes here of the third quarter. Up to 8 points currently, trailing by 1 for Dallas. Dribble drive down the lane inside Conley. Bounce pass to Gobert. Gobert bobbled it, lost it. Out of bounds. Referees will say it was knocked out of bounds from behind by Luca. If that pass was on point to Gobert, he would have threw it down with authority on the dunk. Wasn't able to grab it on time. There was a little bit wide in the pass by Conley. Conley laces a three over the cylinder. No good. Missed off the mark. Luca came up with a rebound. Luca at the top of the key towards his right. Brings along a double team. Bounce past Washington. He moved it out to the left corner. Baseline drive downhill to the cup. No good off the mark. Gafford tries to soar it for the rebound. And Gafford going up on the board. Got fouled from behind by Gobert. Dallas recently has started to take advantage of this third quarter, opening up with a lot of physicality and taking it to the rim right now, playing just everything's at the rim for Dallas. Stunning that Minnesota has been fooled trying to double team Luca and forgetting the guard would help defense at the rim. Inbound goes out to the left corner. Derrick Jones Jr. slides it off to Kyrie. Kyrie with 24 points, the game leader. Jab step takes the three over Edwards. Doinked it off the back room, no good. Rebound secured out of the pack by Conley. Conley across the floor finds Edwards. Edwards jab step guarded by Kyrie. 1-on-1. Edwards at the right wing. Guarded off a double team. Lively comes along, gets it away off to McDaniels. McDaniels kick out to the corner. Towns laces up a three off the rim, no good. Bricked another tough look. Defensive rebound hauled in by Washington. Up the floor, Lively passes to the open cutter backdoor. Results in a two-handed flush by Derrick Jones Jr. It's a 1-point lead for the Mavs, 67-66. 8 minutes left to go in the third. Conley at the top of the key. Minnesota has seen their lead at 1 point in the game and dwindled down with a putback jam. Karl-Anthony Towns cuts baseline to the rim, soars up with authority, flushes it home with a right-handed flush. 68-67, jumper straight away. Washington at a great look, couldn't convert, skipped around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Minnesota. Edwards at the top, working on Luca. Gobert sets the pick. Frees up Edwards. Edwards jacks up the three. Missed off the mark. Jones collects the defensive rebound. Bradley, welcome back in here, man. Anastasia on the stream, welcome in. 1 point game. 7:20 left to go in the third. Kyrie lobs it off to Washington. Washington jab step. Washington pivot. Washington goes up. Washington gets fouled. Mike Conley Jr. picks up the shooting foul. 2 free throws coming up by PJ Washington at the line for Dallas. What a start right now to this game. This entire series. Washington, the first one is good. Tie game at 68 apiece. Largest lead was Minnesota by 9. They've had opportunities to lead by like 10 or 11. They haven't been able to do so, though, for Minnesota. Hey, happy birthday to Anastasia on the stream. Hope all went well today in your birthday. We're going to take a timeout on the floor right now as we have a timeout taken by Minnesota as they will have these free throws being split by Dallas at the line. We're tied 68-68. We take the timeout with 7:16 left to go in the third. Great battle right now here. Props out to the Mavs for not falling apart in this game, trailing by 9 at one point. Kyrie's got 24. 14 points by Luca with 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Couple of key assists here to Dado Gafford to start off this third quarter. Gafford's come alive. He's got 8 points, 9 points by P.J. Washington, 6 by Derrick Jones Jr. Having other options start to come alive right now in this game for Dallas, which has been critical. 21 by McDaniels. McDaniels has been on fire. 5 for 6 from 3, 8 for 11 from the floor. 13 by Anthony Edwards. If Ant's able to soar up here, second portion of this game, then Minnesota's going to take this game right now. Edwards is 4 for 9 shooting. Hasn't been overly aggressive today. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists by Edwards. He's been doing it through the playmaking abilities by Edwards. Exactly what he did in the first half against Denver. He's done it once again tonight. 11 by Anderson off the bench. Kyle Anderson's been solid off the bench for him. Naz Reid is 6 right now off the bench. And I'll be back in tomorrow night. Plan on being back covering Celtics against Pacers for Game 2. So if you guys would like to join in tomorrow night, feel free to do so. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific for tomorrow's game. That is 8 a.m. in the Philippines. I know that because my time is 12 hours shy of Philippines time. Dallas is only shooting 2 for 16 from three-point range in this game right now. And they're chunking out points in the paint. That's the reason why they're hanging in. 52-28 points in the paint so far today in favor of Dallas. So far, Minnesota 11 for 30 from 3. And McDaniels is almost half the threes. He's made 5 out of those 11 3-point shots. Not many turnovers either today. Both of these teams have just been able to slow down the ball and use a lot of the shot clock. 7 turnovers by Dallas, 4 by Minnesota currently. Dallas plus 5 in the glass, 29-24 right now. So the Dallas Mavericks in this game, 0-2 in game 1s. And they're right now in a tie game, 68-68. They'll have a free throw to see if they can break the tie coming back from the timeouts. So Minnesota took the timeout in between the free throws. P.J. Washington made the first one. He'll have a second one here coming back from the timeout. Free throw number 2. It is up. It is good. Dallas takes the lead, 69-68. Wensjoy, welcome in. Good morning out to you in the Philippines. Mike Conley brings up the floor as we get back to action. Conley on the court with Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, Jaden McDaniels. Cat at the low block, floats up the shot, bumped into by Washington and gets fouled. Oh, wow, there we go. Some nice DQ for Mario there. That sounds good, man. Andrew in the stream, welcome in. Things going pretty well. Nardi on the channel, welcome aboard. Taking the Mavs tonight in this matchup. Right now we got over 400 plus watching. Feel free to let us know out in the chat who you guys like to win, Mavs or T-Wolves. First one's good by Cat. 69 even right now in this game. T-Wolves came into this matchup as a 4.5-point favorite on the line. Been a really, really good game tonight, as indicated by the scoreboard. Cat makes the second one, 70-69. Karl-Anthony Towns up to 11 total points. Luca, step back three in the air over McDaniels, bricked off the back rim. A rebound controlled by Conley. Conley has it, crosses the midcourt logo. Conley off the screen, set by Gobert, takes the three, and he hits it. Bang, bang, that is good from the perimeter by Mike Conley. 73-69 Minnesota. Whole crowd erupts here with 6:35 left to go. Outside, into the hands to Washington. Dribbles up inside the key, back out to Luca. Luca spin move, drives to McDaniels. Luca stumbles, floated up a wild shot, no good. Off to Lively, though, who keeps it alive, and he scores for two. It's a botched possession altogether. Lucky there for Dallas that they were able to keep that possession alive. Cat swings it off to McDaniels. McDaniels dribble drive, shovel pass. Oh, what a dime! Jaden McDaniels with a beautiful pass, as that leads the two-handed flush being thrown down by Rudy Gobert at the rim, shaking the rim with a dunk. 4-point lead for the T-Wolves. This game starting to pick up right now as we're under 6 minutes left to go in the third. Luca at the left wing perimeter. He takes on Edwards. Luca 1-on-1. Drives on Edwards inside the key. Floats up the shots. And he gets fouled. This will stop the clock. Yeah, no problem, Andrew. I got you right there in the autocorrect. Yeah, so I got Minnesota in this game for today. Yeah, classic autocorrect. I've had it happen to me before. As well, just autocorrect at the last moment, changing the word to something completely different or so. Luca's going to shoot 2 free throws here, so he got fouled by Edwards. First one is good. Actually, they're going to roll down McDaniels. So McDaniels picked up the foul. McDaniels was next to Edwards, so McDaniels picks up his third. McDaniels has 3 personal fouls. Towns has 2. Edwards with 1 right now. Rest of the team with 1 or 0 as well. Dallas foul trouble looks like this. 3 personal fouls by P.J. Washington, 2 by Gafford, everybody else with 1 or 0. Luca buries both of the free throws. It's a 2-point game. 5:40 left to go in the third. Back and forth. Mike Conley sends it on top over to a Cat. Cat lobs it up over the top for Gobert, who throws it down behind the defense with a 2-hand jam. Back and forth we go right now. Under 5.5 left to play in the third. Washington at the top of the key, sends it off to Lively. He loves to shake the rim with alley-oop jams. Luca dribbles up, Lively rolls down. Luca jumper, 15-footer, connects on it. It's good for 2 for Luca. 2-point matchup right now. Koya, thanks for joining in here from Georgia. Outside, Cat launches a 3. Karl-Anthony Towns, no good, rattled out. In and out of the hands, off of Gobert at the baseline as it went to the corner out of bounds. This will be Dallas possession. 5 minutes left to go. Yeah, I got my hair cut on Monday. I believe it was on Monday. So, yeah, you guys saw me with a fully buzz cut with a shaved head from yesterday's stream, and I was so mad with Tatum bricking shots that I took off my headphones, which in order to take off my headphones, I had my hats below the headphones. I had to take off my hat, ripped off the Tatum jersey. I was furious yesterday with Jason Tatum missing those 2 shots, and luckily for him, Jaylen Brown buried him out. Dallas just scored off the runner, down low by Kyrie. He has worked his way up to now 26 points. Quick bucket by Minnesota to take the lead right back. They tried to stay in bounds with the ball. Josh Green tried to pass it off to his teammate, went to the wrong player. Edwards collected the steal. Edwards moves it across the floor. McDaniels, open 3, bricked off the back rim. Battle for the rebound. Who's got it? Cat comes down with it, gets it away off the Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Fake. Edwards drives inside the paint. Edwards. It's swatted out of bounds. It will stay Minnesota ball. 4:09 left to go in the third. What a battle right now. Big props out there in this game because the Dallas Mavericks are playing their hearts out. battling every single possession. This is a completely changed team from the first half of the season. They went from being like the 20th best team defensively to like mid-February to being like top 8 in the league for the second half of the year from mid-February, late February into March and April. We take the timeout on the floor, 79-77 right now, as this will be the Mavs taking a timeout. The Mavs are actually going to challenge this call right now for them. So Dallas, I believe, they're going to be challenging the call that it was out of bounds off of them instead of Minnesota. So that's what they're going to challenge currently. So Dallas takes the timeout. This is being under review. Huge call coming up. Huge call coming up. Huge game. We almost have 600 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, smash the like, hit the subscribe. If you guys are new, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And this series has lived exactly up to its hype. These conference finals games starting off right down to the wire. What a start we've got here to the playoffs for round 3 to conference finals. Top scores look like this at this stage of the game. 26 points by Kyrie for Dallas, 18 points by Luca, 10 points by PJ Washington. And also Daniel Gafford's been strong. Couple alley-oop jams to begin the quarter. He's got 8 right now. For Minnesota, they got 5 guys in double figures. 21 by McDaniels, 13 by Edwards, 11 between Cat and Kyle Anderson. And then 10 points by Rudy Gobert. You, the legend, Siegel. Really appreciate it, man, for coming out, supporting these streams. You guys are awesome. Just incredible MVPs here at the channel. And I'll be back on tomorrow night covering Celtics, game number 2 against the Pacers. What a start to that series that we've had. We've had the unthinkable, the craziness of that series going on. I couldn't believe the Celtics pulled that out yesterday. It did not look likely. The Pacers had a 95% probability chance to win with 20 seconds left to go. And they choked it wide open. So here we go, back to action. 2-point game. Left to right on the floor. Mavs with a possession. Kyrie at the right wing perimeter received the pass from Gafford. Bounce pass left wing. Josh Green with a 3 bricked off the back rim. No good. Naz Reid collects the defensive rebound. Thanks so much, Red Bar. Appreciate it here for being a part of the stream. Outside it goes to Edwards. Edwards guarded 1-on-1. Right baseline dribble. Kick out to the wing. That's an excellent pass. Anderson, extra pass left corner. And Nikhil Alexander-Walker could not make the 3. A pretty good look right there from the perimeter. Just could not send it down from downtown. Wow, so last night's game-tying 3 from Jaylen Brown. The 8th career double bang from Mike Breen. That was unbelievable. That was my second career stream that I've said bang, 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 bang 8 times. All around. Lob by Anderson, deflected. They were looking to send it over to Gobert. Gobert unhappy about the call. Stolen away by Dallas here. Dallas with 3 minutes left to go. Kick out to the corner. Open 3 for the lead. Josh Green sinks it. It's a 1-point advantage for Dallas, 80-79. Trevor in the channel, welcome in. What a game here, folks. The Mavs just took the lead right back. They've been hanging in this game. They trailed as many by 9. At one point, they've trailed by a deficit mostly of 6 or 7 points throughout the majority of this game. Top of the key, Edwards steps into an open 3. Couldn't make it. It rattled out. That rim not happy with that shot. To rebound controlled by Dallas. At the left wing, Jaden Hardy. He's defended by Edwards one-on-one. Far side of the floor being pressured. Edwards deflects it. Goes into the hands, though, of Jones. Attacking downhill to the rim. Missed the layup. No good. Out of the play here. They get a 5 and 4 from Minnesota. Edwards off the rebound. Gobert's open down low. Edwards tries to take it himself. Lost control of the basketball. Got it stripped out of bounds. And the referees are going to say here, who's the last touched out by? I believe it's last touched by Dallas for the moment, but they're trying to come to a conclusion with the referees who will have the possession of this basketball right now. So we're going to await the camera angle to see who will have this ball coming up, whether it will be Minnesota or Dallas. 1 point lead on the Mavs. 2:10 left to go in the third. Critical possession arrow coming up here as Luca Edwards is going to check out of the game right now. Actually, everybody checks out of the game as we're going to go to the timeout. Yeah, we saw Luca and Edwards heading towards the bench, but everybody's going to come out towards the bench right now since we get a timeout here on the floor. So, the Mavs will take the timeout right now. According to the officials, they rolled it. I believe it's going to stay Minnesota possession for them. And Dallas, going to see if they can look at this one once again. What a game right now. We get 600 plus watching. So right now we head to the timeout. If you guys really enjoy the content, feel free to smash the thumbs up. Helps out this video a ton on YouTube being found. Hit the subscribe if you guys enjoy the content. Feel free to keep on coming back for future live streams. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA play-by-play, also college hoops as well. I'm a Celtics fan myself, but I cover all different types of teams for the NBA. And no matter who you root for, feel free to come on out and be a part of these streams. And it's been amazing, these streams recently. Feel free. We connect the world out here on the channel. I'm from Massachusetts. Let us know where you guys are watching from on the channel. We got a lot of great supporters out there. Philippines, Trinidad and Tobago, Brazil, Jamaica, Haiti. A lot of great countries out there. Canada, Australia. Feel free. Let us know where you guys are watching from. This clearly looks like it's out of bounds by Minnesota. Looked like it went off at Edwards last in the baseline. Jason Kidd challenging the call, so we'll see. Right now, was there a last touch at the end of the play by Dallas, and there was not. So it is flipped into the favor of Dallas. So this will be Dallas possession right now, coming back from the timeout. 2:10 left to go. Mavs left to right on the floor, get the inbound, crossing the midcourt logo. Josh Green has it, receives the pass from Derrick Jones Jr. off to Luca. Luca at the elbow. 5 in the floor look like this for Dallas. Luca, Derrick Jones Jr., Josh Green, Jaden Hardy, and also Daniel Gafford. Kyrie's currently in the bench. Luca missed the jumper at the right elbow. Rebound control by Minnesota. Kyle Anderson is on the floor with Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, Anthony Edwards, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Edwards kicks off to the corner. Open 3 by Reid, but he bricked it off the mark. Rebound control by Luca. Oh, what a pass! Full court outlet pass. Couldn't finish on the dunk, though, as Josh Green missed the slam dunk in transition. Edwards, kick, corner 3. Naz Reid, he sizzles the triple. Bang, bang, and a laser at the right corner for the 3 ball. Sucked down by Naz Reid. Minnesota takes the lead. 1:15 left to go in the third. Luca, top of the key. Kyle Anderson picks up the foul as him and Gafford got tangled up. As Anderson was trying to come around the screen and Gafford went down. As Anderson was the primary defender for Luca, so this will stop the clock. Inbound for Dallas. Trailing by 2 for the Mavs. Luca works his way downhill. Dump off for the tie, and they get it. It's a two-handed flush by Daniel Gafford. 82-82, resulting in another assist by Luca. Gafford with 10 total points, 8 of those points this quarter. Every single time he's attacked the rack. Naz Reid, bounce pass over to Anderson. Anderson at the left elbow, sends it out to the left wing of Reid. Dribbles up, drives, downhill inside. Reid coughed up the basketball and a triple team inside the key. It's a turnover. Dallas push past the quarter. Oh, that's a big U. That's a terrible turnover. Josh Green well out of reach of his teammate. A poor pass in transition. It's a bad turnover right back for the Mavs. Minnesota with a possession. 30 seconds left to go in the third. Edwards dribbles up towards his right at the right elbow. Edwards guarded by Derrick Jones Jr. 101 at the right wing off to Gobert. Hand off back to Edwards. Edwards 8 on the shot clock. Sends it off to Reid. Reid dribbles, drives right down the lane inside. Goes up, gets stripped. He gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Naz Reid as we are down to 20 seconds left to go in the third. Welcome in, everybody, all the new people on the channel right now. Welcome on board. Dion on the stream. Thanks for joining in from Costa Rica right now, from St. Kitts on the channel. For Vincent on board. Welcome in. Riley, thanks for joining in here, bud. 2 shots here at the free throw line for Naz Reid. Quick look at the foul trouble in just a moment. First one is good. Minnesota now with a 1-point lead. Jaden McDaniels, 3 personal fouls. Karl-Anthony Towns with 2. Kyle Anderson with 2 personal fouls. For Dallas, foul trouble looks like this. 3 personal fouls by P.J. Washington, 2 by Daniel Gafford. Everybody else with 1 or 0. Yeah, this has been a really good game tonight. This could come down to the wire just like last night. Free throw number 2 is good. Missed off the back rim by Naz Reid. Defensive rebound hauled in by Washington. Luca takes up the floor. 15 seconds left to go in the third. Luca crossing the midcourt logo. He's defended by Anderson, 101. Luca gets past Anderson. The screen got set by Washington. Luca drives in. Gobert down low. Luca floats the pass the right corner. It results in a turnover. Couple turnovers recently, but the Mavs in and off the fingertips of Jaden Hardy. At the right corner goes out of bounds. We have 3.7 seconds left to go. Kyle Anderson going to be the inbound passer right now. Inbound for Dallas or Minnesota as they float up the shot at the buzzer. No good. Missed off the mark. And we get a 1-point lead for the T-Wolves. Couldn't get it to go as McDaniels, or that is Nickeil Alexander-Walker, number 9. So he could not get it to drop. Nickeil on the last play slipped awkwardly. Ooh, yikes. Slipped completely awkwardly for Nickeil on the last possession. Ouch, that is going to hurt right there. We're going to close out at the end of the third quarter. 83-82 Minnesota. 1-point lead at the end of the third. Wow, what a battle right now. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up if you guys are new. And liking the content here. We are 3 quarters through the books and just an incredible game going on right now. Dallas, you can never count them right out of it because they're always hanging in throughout the course of the night, and they are torching the T-Wolves tonight in the points in the paint. Despite going just 3 for 19 from 3-point range, they're in it. They're down by 1 for the Mavs right now. T-Wolves are 13 for 37 from 3, 35% from the perimeter. Kind of stunning that you're shooting the ball 3 for 19 from 3, and you're only down by 1 right now in this game. Usually in the modern NBA, 80% of the time, the team that's is the higher 3-point make team at the end of the game wins the game for 80% of these games this season. And the big reason why Dallas is in it is because they have a monumental point number compared to Minnesota in points in the paint. They've gone and got into the rim this entire game and knocking down shot for shot inside the key. 58-34 points in the paint tonight in favor of Dallas. Dallas is actually leading the rebound margin, +4, 35-31. This could come down to free throws tonight. Dallas is perfect at the free throw line, which is stunning because Dallas came into this game the worst free throw shooting team in the entire NBA playoffs. They shot just 68.7% in the entire NBA playoffs at the free throw line. Minnesota tonight is 10 for 15 on their home floor, leaving 5 free throws off the board. They're 66.7% at the free throw line at the moment. So, Right now, Minnesota with their threes, they've made 10 more threes than Dallas, yet it's only a 1-point game right now currently. Gary, welcome in. Thanks for joining in from the Philippines here. Glad to have you guys come on out, be a part here in the streams, and what a battle to begin this game right now. First 3 quarters, back and forth, back and forth. Largest lead tonight, Minnesota by 9. Dallas, largest lead by 2. Minnesota's led for 96% of this game approximately. They're showing that graphic right now. Minnesota has allowed Dallas to shoot 73% in the paint, 58 to 34 points in the paint in favor of Dallas, as this will be Minnesota basketball right to left on the floor. Minnesota gets the ball to start off the fourth. Right baseline dribble for the T-Wolves outside, and Naz Reid, he laces up a 3 and he sinks it. Naz Reid trifecta from downtown as he buries the triple. Good start for the T-Wolves, 4-point advantage. They get their home crowd rallying behind them in game 1 of the series at the Target Center. Kyrie receives the pass. Kyrie floats up the shot, gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks up the shooting foul. Thanks for the update there, Jeff. Yeah, hopefully nothing major. So 2 shots here by Kyrie at the line. First one is good. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it seems actually pretty bad. He had a death in the family for Xavier Tillman. Man, send my thoughts and prayers out to him. His father passed away. Yeah, that's crushing. So, Xavier Tillman will not be playing tomorrow for the Celtics. And I just saw that his father passed away. That's so sad. Second free throw is good. 86-84 right now. Corner jumper. It's good. Another 3 made by Minnesota. The one that started to set the tone for his team early on. Just buried a triple. Jaden McDaniels racking down the 3s tonight. That's a 6-made 3 in the game. 24.6 for 8 from the perimeter by McDaniels. Luca, jumper to elbow. Missed off the mark. No good. A rebound secured by Gobert. Up the floor now for Minnesota. Dribbling up to the elbow, it is Conley. Flings it off to Gobert with a runner. Gobert missed off the mark. Mike Conley able to come up with an offensive rebound. He pushed off, though. That will be a foul committed by Conley, pushing off for the board. This will go back to Dallas, trailing by 5. John, welcome on the channel here. Jonathan on the stream, welcome on board. Largest lead in this game has been 9. It's been close throughout the entire course of the night. Minnesota, they're going to challenge this or no? That's what we're waiting to see. If they're going to challenge this, they might challenge that loose ball foul picked up in the rebound charge to Conley. Wasn't really much contact right there. We'll see. As it looks like Minnesota's going to challenge it. Mike Conley calling in the loose ball foul. Minnesota would challenge that. As Minnesota holds on to a 5-point advantage right now. 89-84, 10:51 left to go in the fourth, and we will take the timeout. What a great game tonight. This is how we start off the series with both of these teams playing in more so a defensive-minded type game, but we got both of these teams with everybody just chipping in, playing a solid game tonight. Kyrie, he's got 28 points, the game leader tonight. 12 for 17 from the floor, having a huge game. Luca's got 18. Luca He's missed 12 shots. He's had a tough game from 3. He's just 1 for 7 tonight from 3. Just 7 for 19 from the floor. So he struggled a lot with efficiency. He's coming off 3 straight triple-doubles. Tonight he's been limited to just 3 rebounds for Luca. Going up against a much bigger-sized front court team with Cat and Gobert down low, getting a lot of those boards tonight. After that, 10 points each between P.J. Washington and Daniel Gafford. Gafford's got 8 rebounds, tied for the top rebounder alongside Derek Lively, who's also got 8 boards. And then Minnesota led by Jaden McDaniels. He's been massive, really tearing it up lately. 24 points. He's 9 for 13 from the floor, making 6 threes. He started off a perfect 4 for 5 from 3, or a perfect 4 for 4 from 3 to begin by McDaniels. And then Edwards, shockingly, if Edwards takes over, they win this game. He's got 13 points, only shooting 4 for 12 from the floor. So it's had a rough night for him, making up for it on the rebound column. He's got 9 boards, also making up for it with 7 total assists. Top playmaker on the team for Edwards. Having a tough time tonight in this game, starting to get shots to drop. 10 points by Gobert with 6 boards, 5 rebounds by Cat with 11 points. Naz Reid now up to 13 off the bench. Naz Reid started coming strong recently, and Kyle Anderson's got 11. They're in good hands right now off the bench. 26 bench points for Minnesota. 12 bench points for Dallas. Bong on the channel, welcome in. Carolyn, thanks for coming out on the stream. Everybody coming out here to being a part of the channel tonight. Taking the Wolves for this one. Let us know out in the chat who you guys like here. T-Wolves or Mavs. Feel free to type it in if you like. We've got over 650 plus. If you're new in the channel, smash the thumbs up here. Helps out this video a ton being found on YouTube. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. If anybody's interested in being a part of Behind Your Basketball memberships, feel free to check that out if anybody's interested. That is pinned to the chat. It's as low as $1.99 per month for the US dollar rate. If anybody's interested in becoming a channel member, it gets you shout outs at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We currently have over 20 plus channel members as part of the memberships currently for the channel. And also I posted in the chat if anybody's interested in some channel merch as well. We got that link posted in the chat. All those links are posted in the chat between my Twitter link at BehindTheArc14, the merchandise link, also the memberships link, and the Discord link. All are posted in the description of this video. This will be Dallas basketball back from the timeout. Kyrie missed both of the shots. A little bit of contact as Kyrie was on the hardwood. Couldn't get the shot, no good. Got contacted off the run back by Nikhil. The referees let it play on, no call. McDaniels down low, got it stripped. The basketball rolls out of bounds. It's off of Minnesota last. So it's a turnover committed by the T-Wolves. This will go back to Dallas. Yeah, Kyrie got clobbered after he missed this layup here by... That's clean. That's a clean contest by Nikhil. It was Nikhil trying to run back, crashed right into Kyrie. Trying to retreat back on the other side of the floor. Luca, jumper, 15-footer, skips in. It's good for 2 for Luca. It's a 3-point game. Dallas is hanging in all night long right now. Jonathan on the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. He's taking the Mavs tonight in this one. Spin cycle down low with a low block. Gobert, no good. Contested by Lively with a defensive rebound. That is perfect defensive possession right there by Derek Lively II. Luca at the right wing. Luca, step back, jumper deep 2, and he's got it. Luca Doncic taking over the fourth quarter right now for Dallas. Back-to-back buckets for Luca, getting to his spot for the 16-foot step-back Jay Conley. Circles around, bounce pass out to the wing. Here's a 3 by Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Bricked off the rim, no good. Defensive rebound hauled in by Dallas by Tim Hardaway Jr. Chance to take the lead right here for the Mavs. Kyrie, bounce pass to the left wing into the hands to Luca. He's on a 4-zip run himself. Luca at the left wing, takes the 3, makes the 3 from downtown. Bang, bang, bang. It is good for Luca Doncic. It's a Dallas lead, 91-89. Timeout taken in the floor by Minnesota. 9:07 left to go in the fourth quarter. Luca on an individual 7-0 run right now for the Mavs as He has propelled them out in front to take the lead, and a 2-point advantage for Dallas. What a game. All of a sudden, Luca works his way up to 25 points right now. 25 points, just made his second three of the game. Been struggling with efficiency, just 10 for 22 tonight, 2 for 8 from 3, but that's a massive shot at this stage of the game, going on an individual 7-0 run all by himself. Kyrie's got 28, 10 each between Gafford and Washington. Both of them have been just attacking the rim, flushing down dunks here in the second half, especially that third quarter. 24 by McDaniels. If Anthony Edwards starts to rise, Minnesota's going to take this game, but right now in kind of shaky territory, only 13 points for Edwards. He definitely wants to get more and be able to make more shots tonight, but he's only got 13 right now for him. Leon, thanks for joining in once again here, bud. DB in the channel, welcome in for DB Joseph on the stream. It's been a really, really good game here, everybody. Let me know out in the chat who you guys like to win, T-Wolves or Mavs. The poll is pretty close. Right now it's 53% Minnesota, 47% Dallas right now. And feel free to join me back in tomorrow night. I plan on being back covering Celtics tomorrow night against the Pacers for game number 2. If you'd like to come on board, feel free to do so. Man, this has been an awesome game tonight. No team is led by double digits. Dallas trailed as many by 9. It was 16-8 at one point in the first quarter. Jaden McDaniels, he had more points himself at one point in this game than what Dallas had as a team. McDaniels scored 9 points out of the first 16, whereas Dallas had just 8 on the board when the score is 16-8 to begin. It's been a really good, resilient game by Dallas, able to come back today with having a tough game from 3. This is not themselves from 3-point range. Dallas was a top-tier team in 3-point makes behind the Celtics, averaging around 15 made threes per game this season for Dallas. And tonight they're just 4 for 20 from 3-point range, and they get the lead right now. Everything, for the most part, has been through the paint. They've played a perfect game at the free throw line. They're perfect 11 for 11 at the free throw line. Minnesota's left 5 free throws off the board. 10 for 15 tonight on free throws for Minnesota. And if you look back at this game, you see points in the paint 58-34 tonight in favor of Dallas. Dallas shooting the ball 52% from the floor. Minnesota at 42%. Dallas cracking the code. The Minnesota defense. Minnesota just hasn't been able to up their physicality enough to what it usually has been in that previous series against Denver. 9:05 left to go. Luca started to go off in an individual 7-zip run. We come back from the timeout. Edwards just with 13 points. Over to Conley. At the wing it goes to Cat. Left baseline dribble. Cat with a runner. No good. Over to Cylinder. Missed the shot. Got altered by Derrick Jones Jr. Jones in the run out. Up the floor. Jones able to get it. Good for 2 in transition. Up and good with a bucket. 9-zip run by Dallas. Minnesota having a little bit of difficulty sprinting back, having their feet set, getting back in a defensive stance. I know awful coaching would be ripping this team tomorrow if they do lose this game here. McDaniels got it stripped, and it gets stolen away. Up the floor goes to Luca. Luca at the left wing, drives, runner, no good off the glass. Flushed home, though, with a two-handed dunk by Derek Lively II. Up in the rooftop with a putback jam. It's the largest lead in the night for the Mavs. 95-89, approaching the 8-minute mark left to go. 9-10 right now for Dallas. Top of the key, Conley. Outside to the wing. 9-10 for Lively in this game for Dallas. Dish outside. Edwards missed the mark, and the pass results in a turnover. It's going to be Dallas basketball. And this is the motto right now for Dallas. Get ahead, stay ahead. They love to slow down the game. Luca loves to play to his pace. And right now they're playing through the Dallas's pace in this game here. The pace is shifting in the direction for the Mavs currently. 7:50 left to play. At the top, goes to Luca. Luca dribbles inside the key. Luca, no good. Looking for the foul, and he will get one very, very late. This will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. Oh, yeah, he is an absolute legend. These videos that he's done recently, Ryan, oh, man, they're legendary. The classic titles that he's done. Oh, man. I cannot believe that dude still has a voice right now. He's just the absolute legend. The content that he's put out about these coaches, just ripping these coaches to shreds. 2 shots here by Luca. That was a very delayed whistle by the referees on the foul call. Luca will shoot 2. First one's good. Yep. Classic. 4 personal fouls by McDaniels. Everybody else with 2, 1, or 0 for Minnesota. Dallas foul trouble right now. 3 by P.J. Washington. Everybody else with 2, 1, or 0. By the way, Derek Lively's got double-digit rebounds with 10. The second free throw is good by Luca. Luca's just totally taking over this game right now. Flashback to Memorial Day weekend 2023 when the Celtics lost in 7 against the Heat last year. I had said during that stream, I'm going to see if I can dig up that clip sometime, is that I said that the Celtics will be back next year, and I said during that stream I would not be shocked if it's Boston versus Dallas in the NBA Finals in 2024. That was kind of far-fetched at the time because Dallas did not even partake in the 2023 playoffs. They missed the playoffs last year. Edwards off the offensive rebound, swooshes down the triple. Anthony Edwards up to 16 right now. That's a major 3 as we're down to 7 minutes left to go. Luca inside the key. Luca floats to the shot. Luca got tripped up and he got fouled once again. Oh boy, Luca. Shades of Kurt Schilling with a bloody sock. He is bleeding from the left knee right now with a knee sleeve by Luca. We see the blood of Luca on the last replay. Yeah, he is bleeding from the left knee currently for Luca, playing through this one. 2 more free throws, an absolute warrior. Luca going off in the 4th quarter. He'll have 2 more free throws. First one's up, first one no good, rattled outs. And Dallas have been terrific throughout this game at the free throw line. I had said that this game could come down to free throws for the last couple minutes, and they've been showing why they should have a chance to win this game. That's the first missed free throw tonight. Second shot here by Luca. It is good. Yeah, I love how everybody goes against the Celtics this year. It's just been a Boston against the world type of motto. 28 points, 10 to scored by Luca. Mike Conley, only 5 points tonight, crosses the midcourt logo. Bounce pass goes to Edwards. He's got 16. Edwards, 15 on the shot clock. Dribbles up at the right wing. Moves it across the floor into the hands of Cat. Over to Edwards. 8 on the shot clock. Free throw circle. Edwards off the Cat at the left wing. Cat dribbles up. Tough opportunity coming up with a follow-away. Tough 2, and he connects on it. Karl-Anthony Towns launching in a deep 2. It's a big shot there. That was when the shot clock was down to 2. Luca at the top of the key. He takes the 3 over McDaniels. That's a poor miss. Offensive rebound. Gafford goes up. And Gafford gets fouled here going up on the shot. So this will be... should be 2 more coming up here at the free throw line. See where they're going to get them here. Or if that was clean. Gobert. Ooh. 1 second. Gobert didn't get him from behind. No. They're going to roll it. This is going to be Minnesota's possession, actually. So that was not a foul by Gobert from behind. Edwards with a 3. Edwards, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Dallas just threw a full court outlet, which just got picked off by Edwards. Careless possession right there by Dallas in the full court outlet when you get a 4-point lead. Edwards kick out to the corner looking for a 1-point game. McDaniels bricked the 3 off the back rim. He had a good chance of the 3, but he bricked it off the back heel. Dallas with the ball up by 4. Kyrie at the top. Kyrie drives downhill. Kyrie floats the pass right corner. Jones outside of Kyrie. Right baseline dribble. Backs his way in Edwards. Kyrie jumper contested by Edwards. Off the back rim. No good. A rebound secured by Minnesota. Minnesota down by 4, under 5.5 left to go. Conley sends it on top over to Towns. Cat dribbles out free throw circle, floats it up over the top. Rudy Gobert punches it home with a right-handed jam. It's a 2-point game, 98-96. The big fellas working together with that possession. Karl-Anthony Towns with an assist. Rudy Gobert off the roll down, threw it down. A wide open three at the corner by Jones. Bricked off the rim, no good. Tipped off the glass by Gafford. He falls down. It's numbers in this possession. Conley at the wing. They're able to get back set defensively for Dallas now. Under 5 minutes left to go. Trailing by 2. Minnesota has the ball. Edwards at the left wing. Edwards at the elbow. Edwards guarded one-on-one by Kyrie towards his right. Sends it off to Cat. 30-footer. Oh, he hits it. Karl-Anthony Towns going off here in the last couple of minutes. Cat rising up for the big show. Takes the 3, and he sinks it. It's a T-Wolves lead. Timeout taken on the floor by the Mavs. 99-98 Minnesota with a 1-point advantage with 4:39 left to go. Karl-Anthony Towns going off in the Steph Curry range jumper. That was a major laser of a shot there. Let that one rain from a 32-foot J for Cat. Holy smokes, just pops up and sinks it. Major bang bang right there. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. This has been an awesome game tonight. This is just game number 1 on to the conference finals. Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for to win this game here. T-Wolves or Mavs. We got a battle to the finish right now. Jaden McDaniels, 24 points for Minnesota. 16 by Cat. He's gone off recently. 16 by Edwards. 9 rebounds, 8 assists for Ant tonight. They got 6 guys in double figures total. 13 off the bench by Naz Reid. 11 by Kyle Anderson. Rudy Gobert, 12 points. Dallas, led by Kyrie and Luca. Both with 28 points even. Luca's got 8 assists, 5 boards. He's coming off 3 straight triple-doubles for him, but still a lot to get there before he gets a triple-double. 10 each between P.J. Washington and Daniel Gafford. Plus 39 from three-point range from Minnesota. Dallas is plus 26 in points in the paint. That's been major difference makers. And usually the team that makes more threes wins the game 80% of the time in the modern NBA in 2024. Back to action. Dallas with the ball. 4:30 left to go. Kyrie. Bounce pass into the hands to Luca. It's Kyrie, Derrick Jones Jr., Luca, Derek Lively the second, and P.J. Washington. Jones inside the key. Tough shot. Gets blocked by Gobert. Minnesota comes out with the basketball. Anthony Edwards on the floor and Mike Conley, Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, and Jaden McDaniels. Outside to the top, goes into the hands to Cat, launches up a 3 once again, no good. Cat missed it around the rim and out. Down to the final 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter here. Crossing midcourt, Kyrie takes the 3, looking for the lead, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Minnesota by Edwards. Anthony Edwards slows down tempo, up by 1 here for the T-Wolves in their home floor. This is just game 1 of the series. Edwards, 1-on-1, crossover, taken on Derrick Jones Jr., top of the key, off the screen, set by Gobert, takes the 3. Anthony Edwards, he buries it. Bang, bang by Ant, able to rock down the triple. Triple digits on the board for the T-Wolves, 102-88. Anthony Edwards, double-double, 19, 10, and 8. Luca. Down low, Lively collects the offensive rebound. Back to Luca. Step back 3 in the air. Luca Doncic. He buries the triple. Some big time shot making we got going on right now. Luca with a massive 3. Luca's got 31. 13 points this quarter by Luca. Ant gonna slow down the possession. Edwards at the edge of the midcourt logo. Edwards gets past Kyrie off the Gobert screen. Dribbles up to the left wing. And we get a foul here, picked up on the floor, charged to Kyrie, reaching in from the back, defending Edwards. What a game. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you like to be notified for future live streams here on the channel. What a battle. We are down to 2:54 left to go. Inbound goes to Towns. Towns has it here At the edge of the midcourt logo, hands it off to Conley. Conley back out to Towns, top of the key. 5 in the shot clock for Cat. Cat's defended by Lively. His pass gets broken up, though. We have a reach and foul committed by Dallas. Gotta get this reset. Dallas next time will be in the bonus themselves. Minnesota just not yet for the bonus. 2 timeouts remaining for both of these teams. 2:44 left to go. Conley inbounds, near side, off to Edwards. Edwards at the left elbow. Edwards guarded 1-on-1 by Derrick Jones Jr. at the left wing perimeter. Edwards take it on Jones. Edwards at the corner, launches a 3. Edwards' 3 came off the rim, short, tipped up in the air. Who's got it? Rebound. It goes to Derrick Jones Jr. for Dallas. Dallas down by 1. Looking to steal one here. Game 1 at Minnesota. Luca at the target center logo. Bounce pass top of the key. PJ Washington dribbles inside the key. Bobbled it. Lost it. Turns it over. Jaden McDaniels collects the steal. Minnesota up by 1. Approaching 2 minutes left to go. Cat lobs it down low. McDaniels fires a fastball. Deflected. Intercepted by Luca inside the key. Here goes Luca. Up the floor. Kyrie. Bounce pass. Extra pass. Left corner. Open 3. It's good. PJ Washington lets it rain, knocks down the 3. 104-102. 1:50 left to go in a back and forth game here, folks. Mike Conley at the target center logo, away from the basketball again. A personal foul gets picked up, charging the Mavs, charged to Kyrie. 3 personal fouls by PJ Washington. Kyrie just committed his second. 2 as well by Luca, 2 by Daniel Gafford for personal fouls. Inbound with 1:45 left to go. Mike Conley spots up, takes the 3, no good, but there he is once again. Karl-Anthony Towns soared up with a putback dunk. Are they going to erase it? Oh, no, you don't. The referees, what are you doing? The referees took away the putback dunk. Are you kidding me? Above the cylinder? Over the cylinder, they wiped it away. What are you doing for the referees? The referees fixing these games. Are you serious? Due to the putback dunk right there, and Cat gets called in the no dunk. You gotta be serious. Leave it up to the refs. Cat could not believe it. Soaring up high, going in for the putback dunk. And they took away the 2. The refs called it offensive goaltending, according to the referees. The referees. Oh boy. Looking forward to the league report tomorrow. What a joke. If Minnesota loses this game, it's because of that. What a complete joke. 104-102. Dallas has the basketball. How in the world do you call that in a 1-possession game where they were about to tie it up? Gonna leave that alone if you're the referees. The pass down low, Lively. Kick to the corner. Open 3 by Jones. Not gonna count it. It is gonna be a travel violation committed by Derek Lively. Inside the paint, a turnover committed by the Mavs. Minnesota with signs of life here. With an opportunity once again for this possession. It'll be T-Wolves ball with 1:22 left to go. Inbound in the backcourt off to Conley. Mike Conley Jr. crossing the midcourt logo. He's defended by Kyrie at the left wing. Sends it on top over to Cat. Cat's double team. Lobs off to Gobert. Swings it off to the corner. McDaniels moving it all around. Lob over the top. Deflected. Mike Conley looking to thread the needle. And the lob off to Gobert. Got deflected by Dallas. By Lively. And Washington onto the pack. Came up with a basketball. And the Mavs will take the timeout. 1:03 left to go in the fourth quarter, as Dallas will burn a timeout here, as they will have possession coming back from the timeouts. What a game, but if it's wrecked here by the referees, that is just absolutely ridiculous. What looked like a clear-cut putback by Karl-Anthony Towns got erased a 2-point dunk off the putback, and instead of a 104-104 score, it's now 104-102, and Minnesota trailing by 2 with 1:03 left to go. Leave it up to the refs to wreck a game like this tonight. That is just brutal. And this will be Dallas ball coming up after the timeouts. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams in the channel. We go 1K in the stream. Let's go, everybody. Let's get that 1K hype out in the chat. Real Legends MVPs up here on the channel. You guys are awesome, so thanks for coming out, being a part in these streams, and supporting. What's good? Lachio on the stream, welcome in. Norna on the channel, welcome on board. Let us know out in the chat. Type it in who you're rooting for tonight here. Type it in Dallas or Minnesota, Mavs or T-Wolves. Let us know in the chat. Cheer for your team. What a game. Both teams are in a bonus. 1:03 left to go in the fourth quarter. That is just unfortunate. I don't know how you stop the clock, blow the whistle, wreck a great play like that, and roll it an offensive goaltend. It makes no sense. Inbound goes to Luca. Dallas with a possession. Final minute left to go in the fourth quarter. Luca is guarded by McDaniels 1-on-1 at the Target Center logo. Luca has gone off in this fourth quarter. Luca at the top of the key. Luca dribbles up to the elbow. Luca jumper, step back, and he hits it. Luca Doncic nails the deep 2 off the step back. 106-102. Minnesota with the balls. We're down to 40 seconds left to go. Top of the key, Edwards. Edwards swings it out to Towns. Towns with a 3. Bricked off the rim, no good. Luca coming up huge. Secures the defensive rebound for Dallas. What a comeback by the Mavs. They trailed as many by 9 points in this game. Time's ticking off the clock. 12-second differential, shot clock and game clock. Handoff, Kyrie. Kyrie with a runner. Kyrie off the back rim, no good. A rebound with 17.5 by Minnesota. Minnesota will burn a timeout. 17.5 seconds left to go. The T-Wolves will have the possession, trailing by 2 possessions, down by 4 as they burn their timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left. Dallas is 1 timeout as well. What a game. Luca with a major shot. We'll see if that's enough to put it away for that deep 2 to go up by 4. Minnesota needs to draw something up quick right now. They need shades of the Celtics from yesterday. Celtics trail by 5 when 1:20 left to go. Came back and won yesterday. Luca's shot, same exact spot that Andrew Nembhard knocked down the J over Big Al Horford late in the fourth quarter in yesterday's game. Luca did that to Jaden McDaniels off the step back of the right elbow a couple moments ago to take a 4-point advantage for the Dallas Mavericks. The number 5 seed, the Dallas Mavericks, are 17.5 seconds remaining from going up 1-0 in the Western Conference Finals. Stunning game right now. Step for step, Dallas has been hanging in right now in this game against Minnesota all throughout the course of the night. 33 points by Luca. Luca came into the fourth quarter with, I believe, 17 points, if I'm not mistaken, for Luca. He's basically almost doubled what he had in the first 3 quarters in this fourth quarter alone. Just putting on a show here for Luca. Luca playoff difference. 17.5 seconds left to go. This will be an inbound coming up here for Minnesota. Minnesota advanced it to their front court, unlike Indiana from yesterday. Kyle Anderson, the inbound passer, and Minnesota will take the timeouts. They burn their final timeouts with 17.5 seconds left to go. Nobody could get open on the inbounds. So we will head right back over to the timeout slide once again. 17.5 seconds left to go. What a game, everybody. Over 1K in the chat. Thanks all for joining in tonight, being a part in the stream from Bolivia. Welcome in Antonio on the channel from Bolivia right now. Wow. I believe the first one we got here on the stream from Bolivia. Jetro, welcome back to the stream here, bud. Biggest possession drawn up in this game coming up here for the T-Wolves. T-Wolves defense was not good. They're going to look back at the film and you're going to have to do a much better job in transition defense in this game, as their defense for some of these plays that Dallas was able to burn them defensively. They were jogging back or walking back, getting in transition defense, and Dallas would burn them, getting inside the key and putting up a shot and scoring. 62-38 points in the paint tonight in favor of Dallas. Minnesota has made 18 threes tonight. You know how many threes Dallas has made? And Dallas has a 4-point lead. Dallas has made 6 threes this entire game. They are 6 for 25 from three-point range. They are tripled on the three-point shot compared to Minnesota tonight. And yet Dallas is leading. Just insane. 80% of these games in the modern NBA, the team that makes more threes wins the game. Anderson inbounds it over to Cat. We're back to action. Handoff Edwards outside Cat. Cat launches up a prayer. Karl-Anthony Towns, no good. That's a poor shot selection. Oh, they got the tip in though for 2. Naz Reid able to tip it in with 9.9 seconds left to go in the 2-point game. 106-102. You got to inbound cleanly if you're Dallas. You do, unlike Indiana. Over to Kyrie. Kyrie, 7 seconds left, gets fouled. They went for the full court inbound. Naz Reid, massive tip in. Kyrie at the free throw line will shoot 2. I said a couple quarters ago that it is going to come down to free throws. Very well could be the case tonight. Dallas at the free throw line, 14 for 15. Minnesota at the free throw line, 10 for 15. Both teams have shot the same amount of free throws until Kyrie will attempt this first one here. Up by 2. Kyrie's first free throw. It is good. 107-104. Kyrie Irving, Luca Doncic on another level tonight for them in this game. 30 points now by Kyrie, 33 by Luca, coming up in a major way in this second half for Luca. Second free throw coming up by Kyrie, looking to send it to a 2-possession advantage. 107-104, the biggest free throw right now in this game. Kyrie Irving, all basketball in 2024, 0 distractions. He buries it. 108-104, Dallas. 7 seconds left to go. Minnesota had this game tonight, and they led for approximately 95% of the game. Conley at the wing, forces up a prayer. Conley got fouled. I believe it's on the 3-point shot. With 1.8 seconds left to go, so my clock's a little fast. We still got 1.8 seconds remaining right now. I'm going to put back 2, since that will round up to 2. 1.8 seconds left to go. Mike Conley hit all glass, but he was fouled by Josh Green from the perimeter. I believe it's going to be 3, unless it was before the shot here. That's the only case, but it looked like it was on the shooting motion. Let's see, Conley leading in. Yeah, this should be 3. Both of his feet behind the 3-point line. That should be 3 free throws coming up. You're going to have to throw one of them off the rim. 1.8 seconds left to go. Looked like both of his feet were behind the perimeter when he went up. The referees are still determining right now. Ooh, was that foot on the 3-point line like KD from a couple of years ago? That's the thing. If so, that would be a 2. I believe there's some space there. They're looking to see if this is a 3 or a 2 on the shot. So, determination of the free throws. That appears to be a 3. It looks like there's just like a couple centimeters of space between Conley's foot and the 3-point line. So, I believe it's going to be 3. We'll see what happens here, according to the officials. You look back at this game, missed free throws. Obviously crushing from Minnesota, but nothing worse than an offensive goaltend. That should have been an easy putback dunk that the referees called with 1.5 left to go, which cost the T-Wolves the game. I mean, that blatantly just screwed up the T-Wolves tonight. Just absolutely sickening that the referees missed that call. Like, we had a great game going on. Everything was perfect. Back and forth, back and forth. We were set up for a great finish until the referees completely missed the call. And this will be 3 free throws. 3 free throws. It has been confirmed. Mike Conley, 3 free throws here at the free throw line. 10 for 15 as a team. Those 5 missed free throws are critical. Trailing by 4 right now. Now trailing by 3. First one is good. Gonna have to miss one on purpose, most likely. You want to make the second, and then you're gonna have to miss the next one on purpose. Want to make the second here. Here's the second one. Biggest one of the game. Oh, he missed it! Mike Conley bricked it off the back rim. He doinked it. Now you're going to have to miss this one entirely and hope to kick it out to the corner for a 3 at the buzzer. You got only 1.8 seconds to hope for that magic. Massive, massive miss right there. So instead of making the second free throw and missing it to go for a 2, you're going to have to kick it back out to the perimeter somehow. Tap it back out for a 3. Conley off the back rim. Luca tips it up over to Kyrie. It's a victory for the Dallas Mavericks. Luca Doncic, huge fourth quarter for him, absolutely him. Kyrie Irving, this is what happens when you focus on straight up basketball. He has been a legend this season for the Dallas Mavericks. Everything has been straight up basketball this year for Kyrie Irving. 0 distractions, and the Dallas Mavericks go up 1-0 in the series against Minnesota. What a game. Dallas wins 108-105, the final score. What a battle. Unfortunate for Minnesota, missed free throws. And then a referee's mistake with a putback dunk. Looking forward to the league report tomorrow about that. Gonna see what's written about that offensive goaltend violation. Just an absolute disgrace. There's 2 points off the board for you. And I bet you Conley makes 2 out of 3 at the free throw line. If that slam dunk was counted, we'd be going into overtime right now. And that's the difference in this game. Luca with 33. Half of his points approximately were scored in the fourth quarter. Playoff Luca showing up in a big way, taking over the fourth quarter of playoff Luca down the home stretch in this game, winning this game for Dallas. Kyrie with 30. They combined for 63 out of the 108. 13 by P.J. Washington. A couple big slam dunks he had alongside 2 blocks here in the second half. 10 points by Daniel Gafford, rocking the rim in the third quarter for Daniel Gafford. Off the bench, Lively at 9 points and 11 rebounds. Him too, rocking the rim tonight in this game. Minnesota, 24 points by Jaden McDaniels. He made 9 threes. He was the best player tonight. Needed more out of Edwards. Edwards missed 10 shots. He went and just shot 6 for 16 from the floor. 19 points by Edwards. Finished with 11 rebounds, 8 assists. But needed production out of Mike Conley. Couldn't get it tonight. 6 points and just 1 for 6 shooting tonight by Mike Conley in the game. 16 by Cat. Cat missed 14 shots, though. 6 for 20 from the floor. 2 for 9 from 3 for him. Gobert, 12 points and 7 rebounds. 15 off the bench by Naz Reid. And 11 by Kyle Anderson, all in the first half. One game done in both of the series matchups. I'll be back tomorrow night covering Celtics against Pacers for game number 2. Feel free to join in. Flashback to last year, though, Memorial Day 2023, when I said, after the Celtics lost game number 7, I had said I would not be shocked if it's Boston versus Dallas in the NBA Finals in 2024. One game through, still a lot left to go in this series, but one game through, and both Boston and Dallas both lead their games right now, 1-0 in the series. What a game here, folks. 108-105 the final score. As we wrap up game 1 in this series, I'll be back tomorrow night covering Celtics against Pacers for what should be another great game too. Feel free to join in if you guys would like. We're going to wrap up here for this one. Before we do sign off tonight, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What a battle. Playoff Luca, 33 points. Kyrie with 30, leading the Dallas Mavericks with a Game 1 victory in the road at Minnesota. And we'll wrap up here to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason Warren, Rajib I Am Ghost, David Asia Paul, Russell John, Mark Kelly Jeffrey, Vegas Barco, Oink Oink Michael, Katie Bradley Daniel, Derek Sister Surround, Mario Guido, Tristan Chuck, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin Melinda, Jack City, and Shalimar. The Dallas Mavericks, all throughout the game, they hung in throughout the entire course of the night. They never trail by double digits. They trail by 9 points, their largest deficit. They trail for most of the game, around 92% of the game approximately. They trailed for most of the game, between a range of 6 to 8 points. But guess what? The Dallas Mavericks battled all the way to the finish. They hung in, they stormed back, and they won. 108-105 the final score. Dallas is up 1-0 in the series over Minnesota. I'll be back tomorrow night for Celtics versus Pacers. Thanks all so much for joining in, being a part of the stream. Here is Dallas wins 108-105 the final score.